Oh, hey there. How's it going? How's the weather? Hey, have you guys tried this shanty over here? It's really delicious. I don't know where it came from, though.
No, I'm not much of a tea drinker, but it does look good.
Yeah, it just, ooh, it makes me want to just sing and dance. I could just, oh, I'm feeling really good. Oh, it's so tasty.
You know who I think would like this? Nagish. Where's he? Nagish!
Oh, hello. What is this?
We've got a new shipment of tea. The crate says it's from someone named Dynavolt.
Dynavolt. What a lovely name. Let's try this.
Yarr! We've been loading Dynavolt stuff all day.
Ah, delicious. I feel saner already.
Well, that makes one of us. Welcome to the crew, Dynavolt. Yes. Thank you for the tea.
Welcome back to Sanity Damage, a tabletop role-playing game actual play live show. I'm your Dungeon Master, Nathan, and I am joined, as always, by Cody.
Abraham Blavatsky. Well, let's go meet the resistance now.
Pippin.
I was typing and completely brain farted on what I was going to say. And this isn't even the right character or any character I'm playing.
New character alert.
Best intro ever.
Tor.
Ellen.
Penelope Whitlock. I'm old enough to have these mushrooms, I swear.
Maggie.
They call me Finn. I really thought we were gonna get a treat before we entered the tunnels, but that's fine.
And Alex.
Arf, arf. Salamanders, mushrooms. I think this is going to be a good trip.
Join us on episode 80 of our first campaign, To Whom the Sea Belongs. Last time you arrived in Shikyodai, the island nation a week or so west of Taiyang. You arrived in the capital city of Shikogawa and explored for a time. You went to the what was it? The Bastion of Commerce. Tried to open a bank account. Found out that the economy has been borked because there was a coup, and Bozu Naga, a former samurai of some kind, is now in control of everything and is running things with an authoritarian hand that has jacked up everybody's prices. So you went on a shopping spree that was quite a bit more expensive than you had first hoped, but you still did. You made some friends, you made some frenemies maybe in the Turtles and Myconids that are part of the National Guard. And you heard about a mysterious resistance or rebellion of some kind, some plan to fight back against Bozunaga. Makayoshi and Yoshinori are a couple folk from the apparel shop where you all got your fancy new clothes. They directed you to the tea house that then once you got there and said a code word, I believe Trixie was her name. She let you into her storage cellar and then showed you a trapdoor down into the sewers to meet the resistance to Bozunaga's regime. And that is where we're going to pick up. The scene that you see before you and that anyone on the live stream or watching post-recording on YouTube can see is pretty accurate to what the characters are seeing right now. It might be a little bit less clean than this. I mean, this is a pretty nice underground chamber, this picture is. So imagine this chamber. The torches are still there, so it's surprisingly well lit for what you would expect to just be like a sewage tunnel. Instead of pots and urns and stuff on the sides, just imagine that there's like trash and litter, but otherwise it looks more or less like this.
I see. More like Bozo Naga, right, guys?
Does anyone remember which way we were supposed to go?
Left.
Left.
Bro.
Okay. I know we just got down here, but it does feel like it's been like 2 weeks.
Little bit. I'm mostly following you all, so
There's an awful lot of trash down here.
Is it just trash? Does it look like there's anything like in the jugs?
Jugs
Well, remember-
do not exist.
Yeah, just piles of trash where the jugs are on the picture.
Okay.
Jugs
And
Is there
the-
anything interesting in the piles of trash? Does it just seem like general trash?
I mean, it is a sewage system, so it's kind of a macadamized road. Like the middle is a little bit higher and slants to the side, so there's like sluice lines along the side, like gutters.
Okay.
And then some like build up where there's disposed paper and wooden goods, like rotted driftwood, that kind of stuff. Go ahead, Penelope, since you're like investigating the trash, go ahead and make a perception check.
Ooh, I would be delighted, Nathan, to make a perception check. Ooh, that is like a 23.
Nice. Yeah, so you like look at the nearest pile of trash and you see something skitter along the wall. And as it like darts around the corner up ahead, you catch like a long kind of amphibious tail. It looks like it was a salamander.
Guys, I think we have to follow the salamanders.
Are you sure?
Yes.
It wasn't just a random salamander.
No, Yoshinori would never let us down. We got to follow the salamanders.
I was just gonna let Mur eat it.
No. We must follow them. I start following the salamander.
I'm pretty sure that was just a random salamander, but okay. Isn't this the opposite way that we're supposed to go?
did it go left?
From heading down into the sewer, he did actually go left.
See, guys, we go. And I start following the salamander.
Are the rest of you partaking in following the
Dwarves
salamander?
going the right direction, which just so happens to be following
where the salamander.
Got
Okay,
it.
got it.
Guys,
All
it's a
right.
sign from Yoshinori.
Yep. So you follow the salamander, or as the case may be, you just head in the right direction. And after walking along the sewage tunnel for a short time, the salamander makes another turn, which actually coincides with the other directions you were given.
Oh, is that so? I keep following the salamander.
Seems like salamander knows the way.
I told you, it's a sign from Yoshinori.
Follow the salamander. The salamander knows. Yeah, so you can, follow the directions that Trixie gave you, and you round the corner. You see that the sewage tunnel that the salamander darted into descends at kind of a steep decline, maybe a 40-degree decline, a little bit like a slide, but there are staircases in the middle of the roadway. So sludge and liquid trash of various kinds. It obviously smells very bad. Flows on like the two sides of this staircase, and you can walk down the middle. The salamander has continued to scurry along that central path, and Further ahead, it looks like the pathway levels out a little bit, and you can see more lights ahead. These well-lit torches continue to be spaced evenly throughout this sewage tunnel.
Have we figured out what we want to say when we get there?
Hello. We were told for that. Come
Good
here.
start. Good start.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think we should definitely start with a greeting.
Yoshi sent us.
Mm,
The Yoshis.
We followed the salamander.
I was going to say, yeah, that definitely adds some credibility.
Maybe we say the passphrase.
Ooh, but we should say it like really cool. Like, I hear you have an excellent cotton candy, and I heard it goes down well with a side of whiskey.
Yeah, maybe we say Yoshi sent us to try that.
Yoshinori sends his regards.
And salamanders.
I don't know why. When you say it like that, it makes me think Yoshi was going to kill them.
Yeah, it does sound like a threat.
It's a bit
Oh,
menacing.
does it? I've heard people say that before, like when I was watching Gregory, and it just sounded like really cool.
Penelope doesn't realize she was watching The Altos, which is like a popular true like mob.
Do they have their
Altos.
Anthony Alto.
I just love it when they eat gabagool.
That is
Gobbledygook.
really fun.
I
Although I
hate
hated
how
the
that's
ending
going to be
of-
canned.
I hated the ending of the series. I can't believe they just ended it that way.
I
Spoiler
know,
alert.
like such a suspense. Ugh. Anyway, should we go?
Yeah.
You hear voices chattering up ahead.
Should we eavesdrop?
Go see what they are.
Door's
Mur
gonna
can-
send Mur ahead.
Yeah, Mer can certainly do that. Creeping along the stairs or kind of crawling along the side of one of the walls, Mer can poke their head kind of under the ceiling where it flattens out again and sees that the sewage opens up into kind of a wider central hub. There's like some kind of pool in the middle that's like collecting runoff from different sewage pipes, and a plaza, for lack of a better word, that's kind of a configuration of bridges that are connecting one another. There are a lot of mushrooms growing on these bridges, and some of them are glowing, offering kind of a nice psychedelic light more than just the torches. And there are what look like a whole gaggle of frog people that are engaged in some kind of conversation.
I knew they were the salamanders.
Have we seen a lot of frog people here?
You have not. These are the first frog people that you see.
Oh, thank goodness we got Raven and Mur those frog hats.
I thought they were bird hats.
They're hats for birds that look like frogs.
Got
I
it.
see the
Okay.
confusion there.
Yeah.
Are you taking the time to put Raven
Yes.
into the
Yes.
froggy?
Yes, I sure am.
Yeah, Raven is
She-
situated.
She's gonna blend in so well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She looks
It'll
so
fool
beautiful.
everyone.
Guys, she's so beautiful.
Can,
And I
Beautiful.
just pulled up.
can we get that disguise check?
Do I need to make it for Raven?
She looks like a raven wearing a frog hat. That's not a disguise.
Try to wear a disguise to look like froggy guys.
But you're not a frog, you're a raven, boo.
Well, Tor's
Glad
gonna
someone
relay
did.
that there's frog guys up ahead in a little sewer plaza with mushroom psychedelic lights.
I really wanted to get mushroom glowy lights for my room for my birthday, but the nun said no.
Well, they ended up with an awful lot of them.
Maybe we can pocket some on the way out. Did the frogs, did they seem nice or like not nice?
They were chatting amicably. It looked like they were snacking on fruit.
They look like frogs.
Are the mushrooms the same as like the ones that we got in the little shop? Or do they appear to be different?
I'm not sure if Myrrh would be able to tell.
Gotcha.
Were they speaking like common?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good sign, I
Um,
feel.
Yeah, snatches of conversation.
Oh, how was your patrol? Pretty good. Everything's in place.
Hmm.
You checked the explosives? Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Should we
Standard.
just
Standard.
Casual.
yeah,
I do not relay any of this information we're sending back about explosives back to the others. That's
Okay.
that's a Tor thing.
Okay.
A need to know basis.
Well, it's more you guys keep the guy keeps wanting the sarcophagus, and I don't like him.
should we just go talk to the frog people?
Yeah.
I mean, we're kind of heading in that direction. I think we'll have to.
If we have to kill him, then so be it.
Earmuffs, Raven. You're a frog now.
Raven tilts her head at you.
Just for tonight.
You're gonna give that bird a complex.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
we have to
Anything
kill
else
Raven,
him.
before you head
goodbye.
up and speak to them, or are you just gonna walk up?
Hello.
We're just walking up.
You on that one? That's
Oh, that's what you said you were
Yoo-hoo.
gonna say.
Didn't expect to see anyone down here.
All right. The first one immediately like leaps up, and it's it's going from sitting to having jumped higher than like Abraham is tall, and then it lands
sorry, scared
with a like pole arm pointed at you, and it's like tensed, ready for a fight, but it's not immediately going to attack.
Who goes there?
I love them, Nathan. I love their voices. Oh, I love their tokens.
they're awesome.
They're so good. Nathan, you're such a good DM.
Thanks.
Alright.
As this frog brandishes his spear at you, you see tiny little baby frogs hopping on his shoulders.
Innocence. Penny's just gonna raise her hands up, like in surrender, and we come in peace. We are looking for cotton candy with a side of shot of whiskey, and Yoshinori sent us this way.
Oh, I know Yoshinori. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he sold me this dress, and I twirl around in my dress, my big poofy dress down in the sewers.
Not the smartest place to wear it.
So yeah, we're friends, not foes.
Okay.
And he straps his spear back on his back and stands up.
Well, you mentioned Yoshinori and you mentioned some of the keywords, and you came from the direction that Trixie always sends people. So, as far as I'm concerned, you're one of us.
And he thumps his chest.
Ribbit.
I thump my chest back. Ribbit, indeed.
Another one. So that first one has like the kind of green tree frog complexion. Another one hops up on all fours at first and then stands up, and she has like softer kind of pink pastel coloration, and it looks like Where she hopped over from, there's like a cutting board, and she's been mincing various brightly colored mushrooms.
Into a pizza.
Yes, because Hero Forge doesn't have other mushrooms that you can hold.
Just a pizza.
That was the only mushroom item I could find.
Yeah, I like it.
Interesting.
I mean, that
And
just
an
looks
apple?
like a pepperoni pizza, to be honest.
The Ninja Turtles are down here somewhere. I know it.
What?
The Ninja Turtles are down here somewhere. I know it.
Oh, I didn't
Mm,
even think of that. That's brilliant.
Cowbunga.
yeah, the other one is the pink one is holding an apple, and she tosses it up and then like nom, grabs it out of the air with her tongue. The green one looks at all of you and says,
Well, my name is Sakurai. Welcome to the Resistance. I assume you're here to help us overthrow the evil predations of the foul new Emperor Bozunaga.
Yeah,
yeah,
Bozo
he's-
Naka, right?
Yeah, he sucks.
Yeah, he really does. Things will be much better once it's all ruled by frogs.
Oh, well, that's cool. Is Yoshinori secretly a frog?
He's a human, but he's a friend of frogs.
Was
Okay.
the previous emperor a frog?
No. The previous emperor was also a human, but also was a friend of frogs, so it was okay.
So this might be good information. We have a meeting with the Emperor, like, in the morning tomorrow at the palace.
Their eyes get wide.
You do?
Yeah,
Wow.
we kind of came into possession of an item that the Emperor is very interested in.
Do you think you could assassinate him?
I turn
Wait for
to my friends and I shrug.
It seemed
Do
like
you
the
have
natural
a
meat.
spare airship?
No. We do not. Emperor Bozo Naga, I like that name. I like it. Bozo Naga has a monopoly on all of the airships.
Well,
If
let's
he's
say that
dead.
you were in charge. Would you give us one?
Yeah. If you, well, not out of, not for nothing, but if we're talking in payment for helping us get in charge, then I think that could easily be arranged. Provided that all of his airships don't blow up in the resurgence.
The what?
The resurgence. When we
What?
take back Shikogawa.
You don't think it's just going to be a figurehead situation?
Say
Cut
more.
off the head of the beast and the rest of the body will die. I mean, surely there are no samurai as skilled as Bozo Naga in his entire army, or else they would be the emperor.
Oh, have y'all tried to like challenge him to trial by combat for his like honor or whatever?
Well, one of our very brave leaders did. Marioku challenged Bozunaga, but he was slaughtered in cold blood. Or no, I guess not in cold blood. It was a challenge.
So
I
was
think
it
we
like
all- I
Finn,
think
you
we
go
all think of the same thing, really. Well, at least I am. Is what's the over under of us killing Bozo Naga and it starting a war versus just everybody being like, "Yay, the bad guy's dead!" Yay,
Right. I
you
mean,
know?
from what I understand, no
Yeah.
one's super thrilled.
Because like I'm not mad about the idea. I just I'm not really looking to start a war.
I think I'm more concerned about like what our exit strategy is if like, you know,
That too.
we kill him, assassinate him or whatever, and like then we have to get out of the palace and probably get out of town really, and we kind of have really important business we need to take care of that's not like
Yeah, I mean, we're
Emperor.
not even technically here for that, but...
like
it
I
just
could be
seems
here
like-
for that, but I think we just need an airship in exchange, you know, so we have a getaway.
Yeah, well, again, I mean, if you help facilitate Bozunaga's fall, then absolutely, you can have his flagship even. Like the
Well,
biggest and fastest of them all, certainly. Now, as for starting a war, I think that we can take care of that.
And he like blinks one eye and then his tongue shoots out and licks the other, and then he blinks it.
Come with me. I'll show you our battle plans.
Okay.
Alright.
And he does so. He spreads out a map of Shikogawa. It's parchment colored, but otherwise you've seen this map. And he highlights various targets of like military import. So of course the Emperor's Palace, which is kind of a two-part palace. There's the castle on like the mainland side, and then the big, like the larger castle on like a small island with a bridge connecting them. There's the main barracks of the Emperor. There's the Magnolia Avenue, like the main thoroughfares of the road. There's the Bastion of Commerce where you were at a couple days ago, or earlier today, actually. Timelines. And Sakurai says,
So you see, because the resistance is in the sewers, we have access to all of the city without people necessarily realizing that we do. So picking our targets very carefully to destabilize Bozunaga's military forces, we think we're going to be able to sow complete chaos without harming the civilians of Shikogawa. We've got friends that aren't part of the resistance that will make sure that no one is in harm's way, such as Yoshinori and Makiyoshi. They'll make sure the Bastion of Commerce is cleared out. But the carnage, the chaos, the infrastructural damage to the major roads will prevent the army from mobilizing. We'll be able to take the airships and then demand their surrender. We will be... Unlike Bozunaga, we don't seek to execute everyone who opposes us. There will be like a, what do you call it, an amnesty kind of program. But essentially, anyone who resists us will either imprison them or we'll send them to like maybe those like abandoned islands in the middle of the world that are like all evil and corrupted. Maybe we'll exile them there or something. I don't know. But I think we can quickly and effectively neutralize the armies if you are able to take out Bozunaga.
Who's the new emperor when Bozunaga dies?
There's a little bit of a debate, but I would be willing to get behind one of the main contenders, Elogashi, or Mr. L. He is the brother of the deceased Marioku, the one who was slaughtered at Bozunaga's hand.
Couple questions. Have you guys considered like a democracy maybe, so this doesn't happen again?
Huh?
Yeah, you like where like maybe more than one person is on the seat of power and people have a say in who those people are?
I don't think that's a very good idea.
Okay.
Why?
I was just floating it by. And also,
What?
would you consider having like diplomatic relations with the independent city-state of Colcaris, formerly known as the colony of Cliffs Bay?
Certainly.
Cool. Rad.
Yeah, any foreign relations is excellent for our new kingdom once Elogashi takes the throne. And as for Elogashi himself, right now he is in the mountains, working with the resistance that hasn't been taken over. So I'm sure that his honor as a samurai would be greatly benefited if he were able to kill Bozunaga himself. But he's days away in the mountains, and you're here now. And you have a meeting with Bozunaga. You have an excuse to get close to him. So, while I'm sure that he would be saddened and angry, he would eventually move past that. And I think he would be a very good monarch.
Now, you said that they are in the remaining place that has not been taken over. Is that the...
Monosokaton.
Yeah, I thought I was worried you were going to say that. Do you know what a mind flayer is?
Yeah, I've heard about them. I haven't met any myself, thankfully.
And there's none in the resistance?
I think there is one, actually. She's different, though.
How define different?
Well, she hasn't flayed any mines as far as I'm aware, which is kind of
Uh-huh.
antithetical to the name Mind Flayer.
Uh-huh.
That
I
you're
understand.
That I'm aware of, that's true.
Do you like know her name?
It's something long and complicated.
Most of them are.
She is working pretty closely with Elagashi to make sure that the resistance in the mountains do well. I think she's created an army of monsters that are fighting off Bozunaga's forces.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
And
let's
she
see-
hasn't.
I do find Mind Flayer scary, but I would like to meet her sometime because I mean she's done so much for the resistance, protected the village of Monosokaton, and really given us kind of a base of operations where people like Mr. L can hide until the time is right.
Can you get us an audience with them?
Yeah, I think so. I'd be happy to lead you to Monosokaton. We do have a tight window, though. Like, if you're able to meet with Bozunaga tomorrow, that might be worth pursuing anyway. But
Well, assassinating him tomorrow morning might not be the best of ideas, but if the opportunity arises, we'll take it, but I really don't think it will.
if it's, you mean like you might not have a good opportunity to tomorrow?
Well, I mean, I'm imagining he's going to be surrounded by samurai. There's going to be, like, an audience of people watching. Wouldn't it be
Yeah.
easier to assassinate him, like, while he was alone, sleeping, naked?
Well, that's true, but there's no honor in that. But
We-
you do raise a
There
pragmatically
is
good
the
point.
flagship in it for me.
We could also challenge him to trial by combat.
I look at
Don't
Tor.
like that.
Yeah,
don't
we all
like
look at
that.
Tor.
What do you think, big guy? You think you could beat the samurai warlord?
I mean, I can do my best. I mean, if God suddenly puts a level 20 guy in front of me, I don't think I'm gonna do it.
Have you ever thought about
We
taking the bargain that I offer, and then you could,
I could potentially help you
I
be
could
stronger
try.
in your fight.
yeah.
I mean,
Sign
I
this
did. I said
contract.
I'd fight him. I just hope God doesn't make him ridiculously powerful for a fight.
I've already made
It's
his
gonna be
stats. I'm not
really
changing
powerful.
them.
I'm just like putting digs out. That's all. That's
The
all.
last dude we fought almost one-shot me while I was in the tomb of Levistus.
I have my methods for fighting.
I mean, you know, that might be amazing, but yeah, I mean, just size him up, see if you think you could. Remember, he did beat Marioku.
Now, you said he was killed in cold blood, and then you corrected yourself, but he really was killed in cold blood because, you know, he's a frog and everything. I just wanted everyone to know that.
Are you cold-blooded?
Appreciate. I am, yes. Marioku was human.
Oh, well, you know, never mind then.
I mean, no,
Arthur
I
just
mean,
walks away with his hands up. He's like, no, whatever.
no. Seal person. It still stands. Bozunaga is a dragon turtle born, so he's cold blooded too, except he breathes fire.
Well, all right.
Sounds like I'm gonna end up dueling an emperor at this rate.
Isn't that what Tor's always wanted, though?
Not gonna lie, that does sound fun.
Yeah.
It
you
just
signed
wasn't.
my
It
contract.
wasn't on the plan in his head so far.
All right.
Well, I mean, that sounds like a good plan. Do you all have a safe place to stay for the night?
We have a hotel room at this tea place.
Do we think it's actually safe?
Well, I certainly hope so, because it's where we left all our gold.
Well, I thought we left
Fair
our
point, fair
sarcophagus
point.
there.
Yeah, we keep running into these like masked assassins. Is that
turn
a
around.
bad thing?
Sakurai's eyes are so big.
Whose?
Sakurai, the green frog.
I thought you said Zachariah. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
whose eyes?
completely unintentional. I was just looking at Edo period names, and that one came up. But yes, they do sound very
The
similar.
skull.
There is a skull with eyes in this campaign.
Wait, my
Yeah.
skeleton dad's back?
Sakurai's eyes are so
There
wide.
you go.
Those are Bozunaga's personal assassins, vicious ninjas. We call them the
Vicious
quiet
ninjas?
guys because they're very quiet.
That's accurate. That they are, in fact, very quiet.
The quiet guys are watching you. They see your every move.
Wait, no, those are shy guys. I was like, never
What?
mind. There was a Pippin thought process that just leaked into the world. It was like, quiet guy, is that the guys from Mario? And it's like, no, those are the shy guys.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well,
You mean- Abraham, you didn't leave the gold in the room, right?
no, I've got my bag of holding full of gold right here, but we did leave a sarcophagus that had more gold in it.
Yes, yes.
Do you think we can like does any I maybe remember this spell. Maybe someone remembers the name of it. That's like can kind of make a trap. So like say like if the emperor were to open the sarcophagus, it would like blow up or something. Does that sound familiar to anybody?
Glyph, I think.
Runes,
Yes,
glyphs.
thank you.
I mean, I'm sure they'll dispel any magic before.
If you're being observed by the quiet guys, you might want to. They may just be studying you for reconnaissance, but you might want to prepare for a fight. I mean,
Yeah, they tried to
the-
fight us.
Did they?
Yeah, didn't we teleport away?
I thought we went
No,
invisible.
he
No.
ran away.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We went invisible.
Yeah. You went invisible, and then the one ran away.
they're probably reporting back to the group of four, the Dread Four, the Ninja Turtles,
my
who
God.
Oh my, there it is.
in turn report to Bozunaga.
Will I have to kill them too?
I don't know. If you challenge Bozunaga in direct combat, Bozunaga takes his honor very seriously from everything that we've seen, so you'd probably only have to worry about him. He does have a wizard, though, and the wizard might buff him, especially if you're also getting buffed.
Hmm. I'll have to think on this.
Should one of us sneak up and kill the wizard?
Or maybe cast silence on the wizard so that they can't cast any spells.
But then it's not single combat.
Yeah, this sounds less and less like a duel all the time. And why not do my plan again, where we just kill him in his sleep?
There's no honor in that.
Okay.
So
Heard.
we meet with Nozunaga tomorrow. Check him out. Possibly challenge him to a duel.
When I wake up in the morning, I could also cast a glyph on the sarcophagus. So like when he opens it or something, he takes damage. It's
Well-
not going to be enough to kill him, but it might be enough to lower his health.
It's a good start to an ambush. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's not a good idea, but I am saying that I'm sure his wizard will cast detect magic on it, and then realize that there's some sort of a abjuration spell And that usually means damage, right? Isn't that the correct school of magic? No, it's
Yeah, it is abjuration.
okay.
I think. I don't know. I didn't pay attention to glyph class that much.
I mean, honestly, I'm no
I just
college
doubt
grad.
that the spell will ever reach him.
Yeah, I'm sure that. And then that's also a hell of a way to start the duel. Like, hey, we just blew you up with a trapped sarcophagus. Now accept our challenge.
I don't think he'd go for that. I think he would see the attack as dishonorable. But if dishonor is the way that you want to go,
And then he turns to all of the little frogs that are hopping around his feet.
and we don't fight dishonorably, but if they do, that's their problem. If you do want to fight dishonorably, then that's not a bad way to start, because then you can all pile in on him after that.
Why
What if
wouldn't we
somebody-
fight dishonorably?
What?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
I'm worried that if we do fight dishonorably, that we're gonna have to like get out of the palace real quick, and we might not be able to, like, with the ninja turtles and all the guards and
I
masked
think we should kill them
assassins.
first.
I think once any killing begins, we're going to have to get out quickly.
Not
Has
if it's
anyone
like
considered hiding in the sarcophagus?
he's not gonna open the sarcophagus the minute we hand it over, though.
Yes, but they'll probably check it before it ever gets to him, is what I'm saying.
That's true.
Before it ever reaches the castle.
Can't we just like poison him like old school assassin?
I don't have any poison. I'm fresh out.
What if we gave him all of these mushrooms?
All right, you kids can't hear this. It's past your bedtime anyway. Go on.
And he's like herding all of the little frogs out of the room.
Are you saying you don't trust my power?
I'm just saying that we don't even need to test it.
As you're talking, the pink frog hops into the room.
It says, does anyone want mushrooms? The rest of us are taking some in the other room. We can keep talking, keep strategizing. Just wanted to offer.
What kind of mushrooms?
What
Yes.
kind do you want? We've got most of them.
All right. Arf just starts going. He's in. He's on board already. He just had to say we're doing mushrooms. He's like, all right, let's go.
Okay. I mean, we might as well get something, because I'll tell you, the Commerce Palace was a bust.
Guys, I've never done like drugs before, but I'll be like the sober pal. I'll be the trip sitter.
The trip sitter.
In the other room, this one is elevated. It looks like it was excavated from the ground after the rest of the sewer was, so it's not as smelly. There's like incense and stuff that, the stink is still there, but there's a nice aroma that's more powerful than it. Maybe a little bit overpowering, but still an improvement. There are a handful of bunks that are around the edge of the room. There's some tables. It looks like kind of a joint barracks / mess hall / like weapons repair area. There's like a little grindstone wheel in one corner. And there are several dozen frog folk in this room, playing cards at the table, or just tranced out on mushrooms, or sleeping, or eating. Sakurai will lead you to a mostly empty table. There's a couple other frogs at it, and Miyoshi, the pink one, will lay out mushrooms before you. There are red, blue, gold, green, orange, and purple shrooms. The greatest quantity is purple.
I'm
And-
gonna take one of these gold ones.
Very well. Can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Oh no. Yes. Oh boy. Not too good at that. Let's see what I get. Oh boy, a 7.
All right, you are stunned, but you're having a good time.
Right before I start, I go and I go, oh, this is the good shit.
You can still speak I speak falteringly, I believe, is in the stunned condition. So not enough to like cast anything or communicate like intelligibly, but you can still kind of fade in and out of that.
I'm just gonna go. The gold, it's taste, flavor.
There's a kind of a blue poison dart frog next to you that just nods. Yes, flavor.
Oh,
I can
flavor.
see the flavor.
The flavor? And then my eyes just widen.
Anyone else?
You said the most was the purple?
Mhm.
And what was the fewest?
Fewest would be green.
Green?
Mhm.
I think I'll have a green one.
Okay. As you reach for it, Miyoshi reaches out and grabs your wrist. She looks at you and she says,
Those ones, only take one. And don't take one again until you've almost died.
All right.
What do they do?
They prevent you from completely dying.
Oh.
Oh.
Basically like a new lease on life. But if you take multiple at once, it doesn't really do anything. So only one, and don't take them again until you've almost died.
All right. I don't know that I want to eat it right now then. Well, that seems very rude.
These ones, they are fresh for 6 more days. Once you eat that one, it'll last for 1 day.
I might just hold on to it if that's all right with you.
It is all right. We can get more.
Okay. I didn't want you to take offense or anything, but also I'm not really very hungry right now. But it looks nice, you know. I might want to try it.
Yeah, I just don't want you to waste it. It's
No, I
fun for you to hold on
appreciate
to.
that.
We can get more.
I appreciate that greatly.
I look over at Finn and I just go, flavor.
Why do you have so many of the purple ones?
They're the least useful, and they pretty much just like make you feel nice for a while.
Ah,
Okay. I'll eat one of those then.
all right.
I think that's what I was kind of going for initially as well. If you don't mind, I might have a purple myself.
By all means.
Finn and Abraham, go ahead and give me Constitution saving throws.
It's 17 for Finn.
There we go. I got a 18.
Nice.
Oh, y'all are so good at drugs.
Yeah, so both of you for the next 2 hours are poisoned. You have the poisoned condition.
Okay.
And
Love it.
otherwise you are in control of your facilities. You have like a mild high, but it's not going to incapacitate you the way it is for Arf.
Gotcha.
And Arf, I forgot to set a time on yours. You have 8 minutes left.
Damn.
8 minutes left.
Oh, I
This one
thought
wears
that
off
was gonna
right
be 8 hours.
I did too.
Arf is just like smacking his mouth out like open and closed, just flavor.
No, I don't get flavor so much as I do fundamentally understand the color blue now, though. I do. Yeah.
Blue flavor. His eyes go even wider now. He's just...
It's that like
Penny's-
artificial syrup from the slushy machine.
right.
Yeah.
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Penny's gonna look over at Tor because we're the only sober ones here, I think. This is I don't I'm just gonna go sit in the corner by myself. Okay, bye.
Arf sadly just goes flavor.
In the corner, one of the little like baby frogs would hop up to you and ribbit at you, and then hop away.
Aw, Ribbit.
Tor's just gonna take a purple one. Actually, two. He's gonna give one to Myrrh and one to himself.
Nice.
You're
right.
dosing your dragon?
Not the first time it's ate a mushroom.
Myrrh happily gobbles it down.
All right, and it is the same effect. It's gonna last for 4 hours. I mean, go ahead and make
Wow, it's like didn't even get a chance
Yeah.
to see.
Constitution saving throws. I kept wanting to say concentration. Constitution saving throws. Myrrh's doing good.
Myrrh's doing good.
Myrrh's so good at drugs.
Right. Oh man. Yeah. All right, Constitution saving throws.
Yeah, so again, both of you have the effects for 4 hours. Poisoned, mild high, otherwise fully in control. You just happen to grab like bigger mushrooms or more potent mushrooms. And as you're all kind of enjoying or experiencing the effects of this, Sakurai would say,
You can feel free to take a couple if you want to use them in your fight against Bozunaga.
Wouldn't that be
I mean-
dishonorable?
Only if you do it without like setting the terms first. I know Bozunaga also partakes, and would probably, I don't know, he'd probably go either way. If you say let's fight with the shrooms, then he'd be down for that, and if you say let's fight without the shrooms, he'd probably be down for that too.
Fascinating.
Can I ask you a question, new frog
Yeah.
friend?
Uh-huh.
So, if we hadn't stumbled across your path this evening, what was the game plan? How are you, or were you planning to assassinate him? Because that might be able to help us better piece together our own plan. Again, like my friend here brought up poison earlier. Is that something that you've ever batted around, or
No,
know, like-
no, that's dishonorable. But what we are working on before you all showed up is we've got we've put a bunch of places in the explosives so that's ready when it needs to be ready.
all right?
And we're watching and waiting, and we're trying to stay away from all of the masked people, the quiet guys, and while we're working on all of that and just making sure that we know what's going on in the city, we're getting ready for all the people from Mazazokathon to come back, and for Mariyuko's brother L is Mr. L to come back and lead the charge. But they're still
Right.
fighting in the countryside, fighting against all the bad guys from Bozunaga.
Did y'all
And-
have a timeline for that?
You can't really put a timeline on war. Like as soon
Fair.
as soon as they're
you've set up
able.
the forms. All right.
We've set them up and we just keep checking on him.
All right. All right.
And he's fighting with his mind flare friend.
Yeah, fighting alongside. Fighting with might mean fighting with or fighting with, you know?
Yeah, on the same side. Best friends on the battlefield, fighting
Yeah.
back to back, probably.
Zakshikaku, that's her name.
And his eyes like pop open.
Hmm.
What a unique name. I've never heard that before. And Penny like grits her teeth a little bit.
Yeah, she seems cool. Elagashi likes her, so.
Likes her or likes her?
Huh?
Like
What? No.
Okay.
He blinks at you.
Yeah, so Penny's just like probably bored by herself. Everyone's high.
Yeah, all the little frogs are probably asleep by now.
Yeah, she probably like tucked them in and read them like a bedtime story.
One of the like nursery rhymes that or like Mother Goose tales that she grew up hearing in the nunnery.
Yeah. So once upon a time, there was a little frog prince, and he fought honorably, and he always did the right thing. And at the end of the day, he went to bed without anything guilty on his conscience. The end.
Yeah, the little frogs are in love with it. Like there's a frog prince, and they're all like, "Wow." That's pretty much all the like militarily relevant information that you're going to get out of the frog folk. Is there anything else that you all want to discuss over the course of your time inebriated? Do you want to spend the night here? Do you want to spend the night back at the Zen Garden? Or if you're sobered up at this point?
We should probably be back in our inn.
Yeah, I think Penny's trying to kind of herd cats. Like, okay, guys, I think we should it's getting kind of late. We have like a really early day. Just being mom friend trying to get people out the door.
Mhm.
Does everyone have water? Is everyone staying hydrated? Abraham, can I get you
Yes.
some water? Finn, you good?
I'm all right.
I don't drink water.
I'm taking some more of these golds. That blue tasted good.
Are you unstunned already?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
the golden one wore off really fast. It was much more potent, but it wore off very quickly.
Oh, okay.
Have you guys ever tasted blue? It is phenomenal.
Can we ask what all the different colors do so we can kind of identify the ones that we have?
Yeah. Miyoshi would definitely talk you through that.
Okay.
All right, so these red ones with like little white speckles on them, they are they're called Rush colloquially, and they just give you a little boost in your vitality. They make you healthier. They're
Mhm.
like healing potions. There's Bounce. Those are the little like blue ones. They're smaller. They're easier to eat really fast. They make you smaller, like they physically shrink you, but you can jump a lot higher when you're like that. It's like you ignore gravity.
Okay.
Question. Are all the small frogs around here just frogs that ate Bounce?
No,
No,
those are
they're
just
babies.
our children.
I had to clarify.
Fair question. The golden ones, those are speed. They are very potent. They can just stun you, like your friend over there. But if they don't, then it's like you have the haste spell on you. You just go really fast. But you have to make checks every turn, or you might get stunned and in the effect. There's the little green ones. Life, we already talked about those. They help you not die. there's Zoom. Those are the orange ones. The Zoom shrooms let you fly for a very short time, which is really fun. And it's been confirmed that you actually are flying. We've had sober observers confirm that. And there's trance, which are the purple ones, and those are not useful in combat. They're just recreational.
What do they do exactly?
They get you high.
I mean, does
You
it
said the
give you any penalties?
It's the one you took. It makes you poisoned.
Okay.
Sorry, you said Rush was red?
Yeah,
Rush
Rush is
is red.
red.
Okay.
Yep.
Just
But
double
Rush
checking.
is like a heal.
Mhm.
Right.
And
Yeah,
bounce.
rush like a rush of vitality.
Oh, okay. And then bounce is you make you small, but you can
You
jump
get
really
bounce.
high. What if you took Finn, what if you took like a bounce and you got really small, but then you cast like enlarge? Would you just like return to your regular size?
Well, it depends on how small the bounce makes me, because the enlarge, I think, only makes me like a third bigger.
Uh-huh.
So it would be a third bigger than whatever the bounce is. You see what
Why
I'm getting
don't
at?
you increase your size and then take the mushroom?
Oh, that could be an option also.
Because bounce mechanically is like you're casting reduce from the enlarge reduce spell, I would say that either way you do it, it just cancels
Then
itself
always
out.
stack. Got it.
Other-
But you would
There-
still have the jump.
You would
I
still
was
have to
just
jump.
considering this high talk.
Got Gotcha.
Yeah, so if you wanted the jump bonus without the like reduce penalty, then you could take that. Oh, the reduce penalty also does not affect your speed, so you can still move normally.
Gotcha.
And then zoom is my wings, basically.
hmm
But probably not any bonus to attack.
Right, just a fly speed for a minute. So zoom is the second rarest. Life is the rarest. Life is just the death ward spell, but it lasts for 24 hours.
Oh, that's good. I'm gonna pocket one of those personally.
Yeah, remember you
See.
each have let's see, you've got one life collectively already from like your theft earlier. Finn has a life, and now Penelope does too. I'm just gonna round that up. You can each have one life shroom.
Okay,
Cool.
cool. Thank you, Nathan.
You're welcome.
Says
What a
the
gift.
frogs that give you the shrooms.
Ah, Nathan.
I was responding as Miyoshi. Miyoshi hands you the shrooms.
Okay. I thought there was a frog Nathan.
There's no.
I thought that was your DM
My
insert.
self-insert, yeah. All right. You can head back to the Zen Garden. Have a long rest. All of you rest peacefully. Some of you have some shroom-enhanced dreams, and you can wake up the next day.
Goodness.
Is there like a communal like hot spring bath situation here?
The Zen Garden does have like public bathhouses. Yeah.
What time do they open?
I think they are staffed at certain times in the day, but anyone who's staying in the Zen Garden can access at least parts of it at any point.
Yeah, I think
Makes sense.
very early in the morning, Penny's gonna ooh, this might be dumb. She's gonna go to the baths by herself.
Okay. You can do that. Yeah. There's cold pools, there's hot pools, there's medium pools, Goldilocks pools.
Wow.
Yeah. Gonna go to a Goldilocks pool, and she's just gonna sit in the water, and this is probably the first time in like maybe a month that she's been like since they left Cliffs Bay or Kilcaris that she's not been around anybody. And she's just gonna cry. She has so many things to cry about. She's gonna cry about, you know, leaving her family and friends in Kilcaris. She's gonna cry about losing the boat. She's gonna cry about Miska being in the astral plane being all messed up, and she's just gonna have a good cry and get it all out of her system.
Nice. You know, all of you have inspiration from the drugs or from the cries, from the various methods of therapeutic activity.
Nice.
It's been a minute.
It's been a
It
minute.
has, yeah.
Thank you, Nathan. We get life shrooms. We get inspiration.
You'll need it.
And
Thanks, apparently, for scaring us that way. Then
It's the paranoia from the shrooms.
I don't know. That blue tasted good.
Yeah.
Should we have our strategy meeting in the hot spring?
You can certainly do that. There's a small complimentary breakfast, nothing super fancy. Lincoln Continental. Yeah, all of you wake up. You're not. A couple of you might be a little bit woozy, but there's no mechanical detriment anymore.
Well, that was quite the experience.
Yes.
It's too bad these don't last longer.
I mean, you could take more.
No, I mean we could sell them.
Oh,
Seems like an excellent trade.
you could have asked how they're grown and then just grow them.
Yeah, but the 6 days thing is just really.
I have to
Well, I
admit, the
mean-
longer. Go on, Tor.
If you had spores, you could grow them, and I don't know, you seem to be able to grow plants quite fast.
Yes, but then they would die forever.
Well, yes, but they die in 6 days.
Well, yes,
But
it just depends, I suppose.
if we're on our
How they're
boat and you just
grown.
grow some mushrooms, what does it matter if they die after a few days?
Well, because this spell has a time of one action, it doesn't last. There's a version of it that lasts for a year, but that would kill everything within a mile radius. Half mile radius.
And if we do it in the ocean, what's it matter?
I guess that's true. I'm trying to figure out how long this lasts otherwise.
Plant
not
growth?
very long. Yeah, plant growth only lasts for. Yeah, I don't know. It lasts for a while, obviously, but not.
So, yeah, what's kind of the game plan here? What are you trying to achieve?
I
Yeah.
think we're about to go. Oh, are you talking about like the shroom growing?
Oh,
Or are you talking about what we're about to do?
What you're about to do. Sorry, I was preparing something else. I missed the whole shroom going thing. That's what plant growth is for. Gotcha. They are fungi, not plants.
Hey, it's just Abraham hustling. That's all good.
Yeah.
Hey guys, sorry, I was in the hot springs, like not having
Wait,
a mental
is that
breakdown.
canon now? The fungi aren't plants.
Fungi aren't plants.
Fungi are
So
not plants.
we can now go back to those dead places and just grow shrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose
Mushroom
so.
Island.
Yeah.
Thank
Mushroom
you for making
Island.
us have islands that are just mushroom islands.
I mean, them's the breaks. That's the rules.
God just gave us a clue, guys. It's gonna be a world of mushrooms.
By the time
Wow, the Mushroom Kingdom, literally.
Oh, you know what? One of the frog people might have mentioned that the name Shikogawa literally means the land of mushrooms or the kingdom
Wait.
of mushrooms.
We had a
And
Yoshinori.
yeah, the frog person is what I meant. And Bozunaga, they're
Oh.
worried that he's gonna rename.
God, Nathan.
They're worried that Bozunaga is gonna rename the kingdom of mushrooms.
So there's Bozunaga.
And that's
is
totally
the-
not Bowser.
That's not Bowser, and there's no Mr. L. That's definitely. I thought it was Legoshi from Beastars, but no, you mean Luigi.
I was wondering when the pin would drop.
Wow, a
I
dragon
was
turtle born
wanting
that breathes
to,
fire. Yeah.
Point out these.
I thought Pippin got it with the quiet guys.
Oh, I got it with the
Okay.
fact that it's all basically a mushroom kingdom with
Okay.
turtle
But
people
with
and mushroom
Ninja
people.
Turtles.
Is this like the fan art of Mario, where it's just like super like realistic and like
Yeah,
very like
Exactly.
feudal Japan?
So
Dope.
I kind of got. I thought that it was Mario King, like the Mushroom Kingdom last session.
Okay.
The guards were all mostly turtles, and then a bunch of the populace were mushroom people.
It doesn't
Wait,
surprise me that you were the first one to pick up on it.
What
There's
are
no
what are the mushroom
toad
guys?
voice.
The
Mike
Toadette.
and
Goombas?
No, like toads.
Not the Goombas.
both Toads and Goombas.
Ah, no one's done the Toadette voice. I think that's why I didn't click to me.
Right.
Like the
I mean, Shiitake,
Mario.
Marioku, disgraced samurai or murdered samurai, murdered at the hands of Bozunaga.
Are we gonna
Um,
meet Waluigi?
Are you ready to go to
He's
your
a
meeting?
tennis player.
First, I think we need to talk whether if we're gonna assassinate this, if we're gonna duel him and kill him.
We should have a game plan. We should know what we're
Are
doing if we're going in like that.
we going to kill him and then kill, plan on killing the Mind Flayer group that is up in the
Yeah,
mountains?
we're not still in front of the frog people, are we?
No.
No, we're
No, you're by
we're-
yourself.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
our
'cause we-
sarcophagus was there. Nothing happened to it.
Your sarcophagus was still there.
Okay.
I feel like we should double dip this.
Go
We
on.
find a way to kill Zug Zug for the Emperor, and then we kill the Emperor for the Resistance. Double.
Oh.
I see.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
don't like that Zug Zagonku is on the side of the resistance.
I don't want to be on the same side as Zug Zug.
Well, I mean, they were the easier side to infiltrate.
And I don't like the taxes here, but I'm not going to stay.
I don't like that innocent people are suffering. Like you heard Shiitake, he can't even provide for his family, though maybe he should lay off the mushrooms a little bit.
You like that Shiitake has a family and a brain, right?
I sure do.
Well, don't you see the obvious flaw?
Can't we kill them both, though?
That's
I
what
don't
you
think
just
we
said.
can.
I thought that's what you said was the double dipping.
That's why we do the double dip.
No, he proposes that we make a deal with Bozunaga in exchange for his airship to go kill Zug Zagonku, which we were going to do anyways.
And then we come back and kill Bozunaga. And
with our audience from
Let me
obviously
flip forward,
killing
man.
Zug Zug.
and then we get a double reward.
What are we doing with the sarcophagus?
Selling it.
So we aren't giving that to the Emperor now. I think he's gonna want that.
Yeah, we should give it as like a piece
If we
off.
kill him, can't we just take it back once he's dead?
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Again, the rushing out might become a problem in that scenario. We're probably going to have to double back for it.
Well,
That's why I think we're gonna have to do a trial by combat buff tour scenario.
I do like that scenario. It sounds like a real fun to watch, but I'm just remembering what King Chalupa was capable of, and I feel like
But-
Bozo Naga is gonna be.
I mean, he only beat you up,
Yeah, you beat me up pretty bad, Tor.
but you wouldn't have been in this fight.
I'm looking out for my buddy. That's all.
I often fight alongside Tor, and he does
What
some
do you
things
think
that
I'm
make.
doing?
I'm just trying to explain that, like, sometimes he has some abilities that make it really hard for him to get hit, and I could
Yeah.
help boost that.
I could help boost it too, Tor, if you'll take my bargain.
I mean, it sounds like that's the plan. So we go seek audience, kill Zug Zug, come back, trial by combat.
Why don't we just trial by combat first? Because, like I said, it's kind of with the resistance. It's like they're in a it's time to go scenario. If we don't do this before we go to Zug Zug, then they might just start bombing stuff already.
But if all the leaders are already Mind Flare victims, then
Yeah.
we're just putting them in charge.
See, that's my fear, is that we're going to go to the mountain city and find out that there is no resistance. They're all Mind Flayer thralls. I mean, that's what happened the last time.
Okay, so are we in agreement then? And I'm looking at Finn and Arf in his hat and his fur coat.
Oh my god.
Don't you forget.
I think we
And,
go and talk nice. We try to plan where we're gonna make a parlay. And if for whatever reason things seem like he's gonna start getting salty with us, we throw down the gauntlet. We just
That's fair.
Tor for Emperor.
That's right.
And long may he reign.
Tor
And
kind of
just
just.
beating her chest.
I like the sound of that.
I mean, legally, wouldn't that be how that works?
Yeah, I think you would actually become emperor.
Should have found out where the explosives were.
I mean, good thing you got a new headdress, am I right?
I mean, I think if you want that, you have to do it completely above board and honorably, and explosives would.
I was meaning if I become emperor, I would want to disarm the explosives as fast as
Oh.
possible.
If you became emperor, do you think the resistance would try to stop you?
I don't know.
It seems like the frogs are just want you to be friends with frogs.
And if you do it honorably, that seemed to be a big thing with them.
Yeah,
As long as you're
they're-
being honorable, I think they'd go for it.
The resistance cell in the rebel city, that's the big question mark, right? Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. I can
What was that?
sorry, ideas in my brain.
I'm don't know what's
I'm
going
excited.
on now.
Yeah.
I do not have Scry loaded and ready to go. If tomorrow maybe we could take a peek over in the Rebel City and see what it looks like, maybe.
You'll have time on the commute between the two cities.
Yeah.
I mean, you were just long resting. I forget how clerics don't think
It's when I awaken and I feel like very cheaty now to switch out my spells since I didn't do it when I awoke.
I guess that is fair.
And I prepped a different spell
We are
in that
If
slot.
there's time, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the goal is to scope out Monosokatan, you'll definitely have a chance before you
Okay.
get there.
So now we need to go and look fancy and go meet this guy and take him his present, huh?
Oh yeah, you guys might want to take a dip in the baths first. I'm just saying. No offense to anybody.
Wow.
A little bit taken, just a little bit.
Tor chuckles and then grabs Finn, and throws him into the bath. And then you just hear his boisterous laugh.
Penelope is going to take Raven's frog outfit off as to not be suspicious about their allegiances.
Makes sense. Having all been cleaned up and in your fine clothing that you got from the Bastion of Commerce, are you all ready to head to the castle?
I will say, as part of our sleep thing tour, when he wasn't sleeping, did polish his armor for this event.
Okay.
You know, because he only has nice pants, and then the rest of his outfit is armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you want the talisman, Pippin, it's yours. I mean,
I don't remember what the talisman does, and I don't remember why I didn't agree to the talisman.
I think the only one who agreed to it was
Just me.
Griff. No, Griff did.
Oh, Griff did. Oh, okay.
Finn
Griff
did.
But
so,
Griff
like,
failed like an intelligence
Definitely
check
did.
and took it.
then we forced Finn to do it.
Yeah, I fell out of a barrel and was basically told this or.
Like hazing.
Yeah.
This or death. Death or this.
I chose this.
So the talisman does a couple interesting things. If you fail a saving throw, you can roll a d4 to add to it. And you can do that as many times as my proficiency bonus. But the thing that's real nice about it is the rebuke of the talisman. And you can use that equal to my proficiency bonus as my reaction. Or it's your reaction. But it deals psychic damage equal to your proficiency bonus and pushes them 10 feet away. So, like, if he tries to knock you prone, you can add a d4 to your shit. If he gets up in your face and you want to push him back, you can push him back.
Yeah. I was also going to cast a...
No, she was not.
She was not.
It is my reaction. I
You were
can
gonna
use
cast
my
aid?
reaction.
Yeah, it's your reaction, not mine.
Penelope, are you back?
Yeah, did I leave?
You were
Yeah, you
like,
got
I'm going
disconnected.
to.
Oh,
and then
did I?
We're like,
I've
no,
been
you did
talking.
Not.
Oh, no, sorry.
We heard you were going to cast, and that was it.
Oh, I have aid. So
That was where you dropped too.
I'm just gonna put it in the chat.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Basically, do we want to buff Tor now just in case, or should we wait?
I
How
don't
long
want too
does
many
the
buffs
buff
on
last?
tour right now because he might take it as an offense and won't.
Well,
accept the
aid
crime
lasts
from it.
8 hours. That's why I'm asking.
And the
8 hours?
talisman's like
8.
permanent.
Yes.
Aid?
Aid
Sorry.
lasts
I think
8
Tor was
hours.
saying though, or Pippin was saying Tor is worried about Bozonaga taking offense to him
Mm.
showing up already like decked out in.
Would he be
Charmed.
able to tell? Oh, yeah, I guess. If
He has
there's,
a
like,
wizard
actual-
advisor.
Yeah, but
Mm.
My liege, they're covered in buffs.
just this one muscly man, he's buffed
I was
out.
about to say, as he hears that, they're covered in buffs. Tor just starts flexing.
Yeah.
Quite.
Quite.
Mr. Tor, if say you were to go into a one-on-one duel, would you want to be harder to hit or hit harder on your attacks?
Mm-hmm.
Did you pick up what I was laying down?
I might have missed it while I was faking.
Would you rather receive a bonus to your AC or a bonus to your hit?
Oh, what's the bonus to the AC?
Shield of Faith. Granting it a 2+ bonus to their AC for the duration, and I think I can upcast it.
I could
I
also
mean,
give
if
you one
Tor
of these
can be
babies.
unbearably tanky, that would be Tor's preference.
Or I can bless you and you're gonna get a +D4 to your hits.
I mean, that sounds fun too.
I know, but I can't do both because they're both concentration.
I can provide you with a death ward. That
I
way,
can
if you
eat a
get dropped to
mushroom.
0, you can have reduced to 1 instead.
Finn, do you think you gotta enlarge? You can cast on our friend.
Oh, certainly. I was making sure there wasn't anything else I could use, but I definitely could enlarge.
Well, with all of those plans in place, I think the last question is like, are you actually doing it now, or are you just getting a game plan together so that you can do it if the need arises?
Well,
I
We'll
think
need
it's just
to wait on the enlarge for sure.
I could do the aid now, but the blessed and the shield of faith I could do in the moment. I have to touch him though, I believe.
Yeah, death ward lasts 8 hours as well.
Nice.
All right. Final call. I think up to Tor.
Tor
now?
is shaking Abraham's dirty hand for the pact boon.
All right.
Talisman.
You'll never regret it.
Pack siblings.
You hear
If
that?
you start
He's like,
seeing a hairy skull with eyeballs, let me know immediately.
Tor is just giving you a quizzical look right now, and then looking to both of his shoulders.
I do. What's that mean?
Could be
At-
nothing.
All right. Having received some of the like non-concentration, having received the pact at least, it's time to set out for the castle. I believe
wait,
we will. You have
casting aid really quickly. So you have 15 additional hit point max for the duration of 8 hours.
all right.
Okay.
All right, so it's time for everyone to head to the castle now. We will jump back into that after our quick intermission. So, podcast listeners, we will see you next week. I will note really quick, there's going to be probably a little bit of a gap in our recording schedule. I'm going to be out of town for a couple weeks, so I think the cast might do an only Fins episode, but that's still a little bit up in the air. So we'll be back in either 2 weeks if you're a podcast listener, maybe 1 week, or a month if you're a live stream listener, just so you know. But we do have the second half of this live stream coming up, so join us again in 10 minutes.
Bye.
See you soon.
Bye.
See you soon.
Bye.
Who let the dogs out?
You let the dogs
Uh,
out?
Who?
Welcome back to Sanity Damage, everyone. Let's continue where we left off. You were on your way to the castle, to Bozunaga's castle in Shikyodai. In Shikogawa, rather. As I mentioned earlier, it's like this large complex. There's two parts to it, basically connected by this big bridge overlooking the kind of channel between this little island and the mainland of Shikyodai. As you approach, you would be impressed by its tremendous architecture. It is both elegant and deeply imposing, intimidating just to look at it. There are, for lack of a better word, there's gargoyles on it. They don't appear to be animated. They're just, I know I have to clarify, in a fantasy setting, they're just scary decorations. But there's
They don't yell insults at you as you walk by.
they do not. They do not. Yeah, as you approach, it's a big complex. It's a series of buildings built up on this fortified hill, both on this side and on the island side. Let's see, I'll go ahead and drop you in. So as you approach, there is a myconid that is standing attention, but you would also see, I forgot to drag him out, but you would see your friend Tortellini standing guard as well. Looks like he's waiting for you. And he says, welcome. So you brought the sarcophagus for us to speak about?
Can we rent a wagon and bring it along?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, or a wheelbarrow or something.
I don't think it'll fit on a wheelbarrow.
We actually shoved it down this weird.
Could need a
tube,
dolly.
and it appeared here.
Right. Yeah, there's a dolly, or we'll say there's a wagon that you're able to pull along that has it.
Okay. Yes.
Excellent. Well, right this way, and we'll speak with Kamikiro, the advisor to Bozunaga. If you wish to speak to Bozunaga himself, that might be able to be arranged. But let's start with Kamikiro and see what we might need to work out. And they just start leading you through the palace. It is the grid doesn't quite match the walls, so there is a chance that you'll get stuck somewhere. Just let me know if that happens.
Oh, wait for me, guys.
And they lead you through a series of small rooms that look like various conference rooms, and then out into a big central courtyard. In this courtyard, there's a couple things you would notice about this courtyard. It is not being tended well. It's completely overgrown with various weeds. The trees seem to have lost all of their leaves and blossoms, which that's possible that happens at this time of year. It is the fall, but this is also kind of an equatorial nation, so not quite sure. None of you have been here before, so that may be normal. But the weeds definitely are not. They're growing out onto the patio and everything. There are some turtles that are standing attention on either side of the courtyard. And on the opposite side of the central fountain in the courtyard, there is what looks like a kinku, a crow person that is wearing these flowing blue wizard robes and has something between a mace and a wand, or a little scepter. This individual steps forward and spreads her arms. Welcome to the courtyard of Bozunaga. I
have been told that you have a gift for our illustrious king.
Yes, long may he reign. We are a delegation from the independent city-state of Colcaris, formerly known as the colony of Cliffs Bay. Saying hi, what's up? And also, I think Bozunaga and my party may have a common enemy in the rebel city.
Indeed. The rebel city has been a thorn in Bozunaga's side for quite some time.
Penelope, can you go ahead and make like a persuasion check?
Oh, no, persuasion. I didn't lie.
Yeah. Hey, nice.
Oh, nice. Dirty 20.
Yeah, so Kamikiro seems very receptive to that. She stands kind of between these benches. She gestures that you can feel free to sit or stand. You would note that the turtle guards on either side of the courtyard are standing at attention, but they're making no aggressive actions. They're just keeping watch. They're doing what guards do.
So you have a common enemy in the rebellion. I'm sure that Bozunaga would be greatly interested to hear this. What is your why do you hold them in animus as our mighty king does?
They were responsible for an incursion in my home city, the now independent city-state of Colcaris.
A tragedy.
Yes, but we fleshed them out and tracked this individual down to Shigogawa, and we are here now.
Oh, so they first took over rebel rousers, the lot of them.
Yes.
Well, and what would you what terms would you propose aiding Bozunaga?
Abraham, would you like to propose some terms?
Me and my crew are looking for transportation. We couldn't help but notice you had a lot of airships. We secure
yeah.
You're
the
observing.
rebel city, and you give us your finest airship.
In exchange, we propose diplomatic relations with the independent city-state of Colcaris. This generous gift to the emperor of a unique solid gold sarcophagus artifact, jewel encrusted. Kind of looks like it has boobs, so if he's into that. And also, we kill a common enemy for him.
This is promising. It seems that you truly have something worthwhile to offer him. Many who speak with me do not. I obviously cannot give you the best airship in our fleet that is reserved for Bozunaga himself, but an airship, that is an expensive request. But if you deliver, if you stop the rebellion, it's possible we could work something out.
Abraham, could you go ahead and make a persuasion check as well?
Sure.
For what it's worth, I was going to say, but I didn't want to interrupt. The whole time they were describing it, Finn would have been doing like Vanna White style around the sarcophagus, like how beautiful, jewel encrusted, has boobs. Like, yeah.
Raven can join in, but you already rolled help action. but I think
I
that's
can roll it
good.
again if you want.
Yeah, you did good.
Are you sure? That's a pretty good roll.
That's a pretty good
You got a
roll.
22.
You can get a nat. You can get a nat
There's
though.
room,
or-
there's room
yeah.
for improvement. Not much, but nah, it didn't get.
What are Tor and Arf doing during this interaction?
Flexing.
Yeah, apparently now I'm flexing, the buff guy.
I guess Tor. Wow, I'm not Tor.
You're describing my actions for me.
Right. Arf is just, kind of like how Finn is doing the Vanna Whiting. I'm like looking around, making eye contact, and like doing a little hat tip to everyone, trying to kind of help with the persuasion and everything. Like, yeah,
Trying to my lady everybody.
exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting a fedora tip.
We are a
And Tor's
classy
just looking
bunch.
like an imposing individual who will kill somebody.
My
That
turtle.
is a mutual enemy.
Yeah, what is our friend Tortellini doing to help?
Yeah, is Tortellini there?
Tortellini is in the back here. Tortellini helped by arranging the meeting.
And
He gives us
also,
clout. He gives us clout.
the guards at the mall are doing a great job, and we did buy them ice cream.
Flattery and bribes are not of interest to me. I'm interested in results. Like that guy
No.
there.
And he points
Oh
at
no, that was a compliment, I
Tor.
believe.
That guy
Yeah.
there. Those muscles. Seems like you might be able to take out the resistance. This is great. This is what we want.
And Tor
could
will
I-
wink.
Can I get some checks from the rest of the party? So I'm thinking, based on what you described, probably athletics for Tor.
Not
Um,
charisma for the wink?
Sure.
Maybe. All right. It would be like an intimidation, maybe?
Sure.
Mm.
Charisma based intimidation?
Yeah.
Now we're
Yeah.
talking.
Probably performance from Finn.
Heard.
And from Arf, I really don't know.
Is there a
Well,
milady check?
I would say, can I do like deception because I want to make us look like not like a threat, really? I guess.
Yeah, sure. That is working in kind of conflict with Tor's angle, but
Where's
I'll allow
27
it.
intimidation?
yep.
Oh god, and I got an 8 in my performance.
Oh, boy.
It's overshadowed by my intimidation. That's the so it's
Yeah, clearly.
It's a 23 for deception.
You have a plus 11?
Yes.
Jesus.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, the party carries Finn in this one. Like you're putting on.
It's not that hard. She's quite small.
I'm
Right.
doing my best.
So Kamakiro just kind
That
of
was good,
puts his
Pippin.
talons together and is like,
Very well. I do believe that this is worth Bozunaga's time. Please follow me, and I will take you to him.
and Kamakiro begins to walk down the far side of the courtyard. Oops. Taking you back into the palace. Kamakiro like pops their head back out of the doorway and says,
You must understand, this side of the palace is the side where most of the population lives, and it's kind of beneath Bozunaga, so you'll have to follow me because the king is in another castle.
and then he'll continue to
Of course.
lead you.
Yeah, we're going.
You had to say it.
Yep.
Wow.
Lead you through a series of chambers, a couple hallways, and then like a meeting room where some
Oh.
off-duty guards are hanging out.
Gosh. Don't
This
mind
is
us.
truly an impressive map, Nathan.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
I-
will.
I-
I'll spoiler tag post it in Sanity chat after this. But yeah, I put some effort into this map. I really enjoyed it.
And I love your little hidden
The
chambers
door
and
got closed there,
popping up.
Abraham. That's why we couldn't get through.
It's just
Which
a
way was it?
fun-
This way?
Yeah, we're going
Yeah, north on the map. Kamakiro comes back to pick up the stragglers.
Where?
How
I
when we're
don't know why Mur can't stay with me.
Oh yeah, I gave up on Raven. Sorry,
It's
Raven.
like slowly
Sorry,
drifting
baby.
away from
Raven
me.
will show up when he needs to.
Nathan.
Mhm.
About high up from the water are we when we're on this bridge?
40 feet, enough
Okay.
that like a small ship could pass underneath. And you would notice that there are drawbridge mechanics that would allow larger galleons through as well.
Okay, cool.
We sail under here and then launch ourselves out of the cannon onto the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
There are some more guards standing at attention, but they give you no trouble as you are
Mur,
with
don't fly
Kamakiro.
out into the ocean.
I use a little hat tip.
But the water's sparkly.
Ah,
You were with me all of a sudden.
Hello,
now you're in the ocean.
dragon.
yeah. Hello, dragon.
Oh, that is just a statue.
Okay.
It means you no harm. It means
Mur
no
was
one harm.
happy that you said hi, dragon.
For
It is a
podcast
statue.
for podcast listeners,
There's a dragon.
there's a dragon just in this room.
There's the dragon.
And after leading you through the entire expanse of
The entire
the castle,
The expanse.
Is the Emperor
Yeah.
in another castle still?
no,
Good
this
idea.
is the castle. This is the castle.
Is there?
I'm gonna
is
group you
there-
all up so that I can pull you over to the
Okay.
next map.
Grazie.
I like how you literally just made us walk through a maze, and then you
Yeah.
Going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna drag you
Map.
next
You know what? We got it.
There is benefit to watching on YouTube because you get to see the cool maps.
Yeah.
No, I'm not denying any of what was just said. I just say it.
I
Good
love.
love-
us, and then you just moving us maps.
I mean, I wasn't struggling this time for once with the walls, and
Where's
plus we
Raven?
wouldn't have.
Where's Raven?
We don't talk about Raven.
No.
We don't talk about Raven.
Raven.
We wouldn't have discovered the dragon if not for this big map.
That's
And
right.
wasn't that a classic
Oh,
moment? The
jeez.
oh.
This music
Come
and
on.
everything. This is
So you walk, Kamakiro leads you into the next chamber. There's a giant streak of red marble. It's not even a carpet, it's just red marble down the middle of the chamber. And then the rest is black marble. Columns hold the chamber up. There are turtles that are keeping watch, again, not aggressive, just standing at attention on either side. In the back, there are also more of those Azer, again, like the metallic dwarves with like the kind of fiery auras. And there's a big lava pit that clearly was recently installed. Like it looks pristine. The lava is nice
Fresh.
and boily. Yeah, it's a
Introduce
fresh
me to your lava
installment.
pit guy.
Yep.
Tor's gonna telepathically send into everybody else's mind, I like this throne room. I want to be emperor now.
And on the throne is Bozunaga himself.
Yeah. Hi,
Oh
Bowser.
yeah, exactly what I pictured.
Beautiful.
wow.
A massive, like, meaty dragon turtle born that has this huge, like, warhammer that serves as a scepter.
Hey, throws
Um,
it.
He's got big, draconic looking horns and kind of a mane of wild red hair. Kamakiro, who comes before me? Kamakiro will come forward and make a brief introduction.
These are heroes. You know, I didn't actually get any of your names. These are heroes that believe that they might offer great services in your mighty empire and help with the problem of the rebels in the mountains. Please speak, young one.
Penelope is gonna do like the deepest, most like fancy curtsy that she's ever seen, like on the royals, like dropping all the way to the floor, and bows her head for like a minute, or not a minute, like a moment, and pops back up. Your Excellency, my name is Penelope. We come from the independent city-state of Colcaris, and we have a common enemy in the rebel city that we wish to vanquish.
The rebel city has given me great difficulty. I'm sure that I myself could conquer it in no time, but my lieutenants are not so fortunate, and I must rule my rightful kingdom from my own throne room, so I can't take the city myself. Should you deliver the city to me, there could be great reward for you.
Yes, we are hear that there is a mind flare among the ranks of the rebellion who we seek to execute post haste.
Well, that you've made a good case. What say the rest of you? Explain to me why you should be the ones that I make a bargain with.
Because no one else has even come close to being worthy of an audience.
Exactly. We bring the goods. We offer the goods.
Tor, drag forth the sarcophagus.
The sarcophagus.
We
Bozunaga
bring the
rubs
goods.
his hands together.
I guess then Tor's gonna drag the sarcophagus across the red marble.
My lord, this is a sarcophagus that we found in a ancient mummy infested pyramid, and we slayed all the mummies, including a pharaoh of great might, and we have brought you a sarcophagus as a peace offering from us in the city-state of Colcaris.
Wow. Sounds like you are true warriors.
Indeed.
Kimikiro says from the side.
It
Well, this is
also-
wonderful. You can solve all my problems.
We are seeking a few things in exchange for our services.
Of
Name-
course, there can be a reward. That's only just some gold pieces, I think.
We are thinking more in the way of transportation. You see that you have some airships in your armada, do you not?
Well, I do.
If there could perchance be an airship that you may spare from your fleet, so that we may travel to the rebel city and slay the mind flayer Zugjiganku. That would be one of our requests, Your Majesty. Long may you reign.
You want an airship?
Yes, my liege.
What about a water ship?
Well, you see, our last water ship got downed.
It kind of got crushed by a unspeakable horror of the depths. My
It was just
I'm
a
running out
crack.
of words for royalty. Liege.
Most unanimously
And
reigned.
we couldn't help but notice that you guys had a very ingenious idea to solve that problem. And we thought we would partake as well.
Well,
Ship won't be
I don't know. I really like my airships. My water ships aren't as important to me. I mean, they get destroyed so easily. But
Good.
also,
Good
if
sir.
you're the great heroes that you say you are, then why weren't you able to defeat it?
We did
did.
defeat it.
We
Well,
did
why weren't you able to
eventually.
save your ship? Maybe I should get other heroes.
Have you seen the stat blocks of a kraken?
The what?
Nothing. My
Don't
lord.
worry about it, my lord. I'll show you after.
Here's
It's in the
But
library.
and the crack.
we are also quite fond of this sarcophagus as well, my liege. It would
Yeah, I
be a
was hoping to
shame.
be buried in it.
Yeah, it'd be a shame to part with it, but we would in exchange for an airship. My
Well-
heavenly emperor.
Oh, your terribleness is fine. Now, if you like that sarcophagus so much, why don't you give it to me? And then, if you want to go on the quest to defeat the people in the mountains, do that. And then, as reward, I'll give you a sarcophagus.
No. I'm sorry. That
What do you mean, no?
that doesn't seem like a fair exchange, my
Like,
liege.
we've already got the sarcophagus.
Yeah, like
Yes,
we already have the sarcophagus.
And my lord, for what it is worth, great king, wouldn't you want to send your best option out in the best equipment possible? We know that the airship would get us there most efficiently, give us the best chance at completing the task for you. From a fighter's perspective, which I can tell you are a great fighter, good sir, I think the airship is the way to go tactically here.
I mean, that's what you would do probably, right?
Yeah, it seems the most
Naturally,
strategic.
you would do the smartest thing to do.
Yes,
Yes.
because you have a great military mind, as we have learned in our brief time in your nation. Wouldn't you want to send in your stealth team post haste and squash this rebellion as soon as possible before they may make moves against you, my lord?
And not only that, but if we go in there in secrecy and there's no presence of your airships or anything, you don't think that that's questionable? Like, this way people will be assured that you sent the party that dealt with the problem.
We
Yes,
will
long
fly.
may you reign.
We will fly your colors and your banners, your terribleness. And may we defeat the rebellion in your glory.
Kamakura, you were right. These ones are good. I can't give you an airship until you've done the deed, but you can ride on one under the command of my lieutenants and sail or fly, I'm not sure which one is appropriate, flail to the mountains together on my ship under temporarily your leadership. Anyway, and you defeat the rebels, and then that ship can be yours permanently.
I
That's not a terrible offer.
think that this is a better option.
Well, you
Big
gotta
man.
understand, I'm not going to give you a ship until you do what you're saying you will. You could just
Makes
fly
sense.
off with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
On dishonorable cowards.
It would be
might just-
very dishonorable. Very dishonorable.
speaking of dishonorable, how big in size do you think Tor and Bozenog, like if I put them side to side, who's bigger?
A Bozenog.
Bozunaga's bigger.
But like how much?
Not by much. Tor's a big guy. I mean, mechanically, Bozunaga is a large creature and Tor is a medium creature. But like
Yeah.
height wise, like they're both built. And Tor stands straight backed. Bozunaga does not stand straight backed. He's got a big spiky shell on his back, so he leans over. So Bozunaga's maybe 6 or 8 inches taller, given his hunch. They both look very strong. It would be probably kind of a a coin toss who would win an arm wrestle. Bozunaga is a little bit broader at both the hip and the shoulder. But yeah, I mean they're close.
And if we shouldn't fail to, in the off chance, the very unlikely chance that we were to fail to secure the city, what fate would befall us? My Majesty Goal Emperor.
I imagine that if you fail, well, let's put it this way. The honorable thing is to succeed or die.
Understood, my king.
So, if you fail and are still alive, that's dishonorable and you get nothing from me but scorn. If you fail because you died, then I will, like, make statues in your honor or something like that. So that everyone knows. Yes. Yeah, maybe I'll make a replica sarcophagus to bury you if you die. And he points to you, Abraham.
Yeah, if you can recover my corpse.
Right.
Can my statue be next to the dragon?
Which one? I've got several.
Oh, cool. Like all of them.
I'm not going to make more than one statue for you. Each of those dragons are specific dragons. But you'll be rewarded
die?
posthumously, very generously.
Did your other dragons die in honorable combat?
No, I just like dragons.
Respect that. Respect that.
You know, he's a man who likes what he likes.
He knows what he likes,
Mhm.
and it's a lava pit and dragons.
Just squeezing onto the lava pit. I do love what you've done with the place.
Really
Thank
ties
you, I really
everyone
brightened it
together.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little hot.
Yeah, I know. And he
But I
tosses
bet
his
in-
mane.
But I bet in the winter it's like so cozy, right?
Very, yes.
So
He says about an equatorial nation.
All right. Well then,
do we all agree as a comrades in a party?
I
I don't see why not.
You book a ride on a ship with one of my lieutenants. You defeat the rebels. You come back with proof that you've defeated the rebels. My lieutenant can facilitate that, and then I will hand over the ownership. There's another word with ship. Why are there so many words with ship? You'll be controlled. You will be the controllers of the ship.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful relationship.
And a friendship.
Whoa!
there's another ship.
I ship this relationship.
I sounds, my lord, like it's time for the ship to set sail, and you have a new sarcophagus to find a place to put in your magnificent palace.
Oh yeah, I think that's gonna be my footstool. Just slide it up here onto my my throne. Oh, nice. It has boobs.
Thank you. That was my favorite part about it too, my lord.
My favorite part was the enemy it had in it, but we killed him.
Yes, we defeated a great mummy lord to acquire your new footstool, my liege.
Yeah. Very good, very good. I've got many kingly things to do. Kamakura will get you all situated with the airship.
Penny does the thing where she's like backwards curtsying on her way out.
So
Kind of
long
want to
ago,
make you
wasn't
make a
it?
dex check for the lava.
No!
Do not go backwards on that.
My dex isn't terrible. Like, should we?
No,
Okay.
no. It does too much damage. You don't want to do that.
Can I give? I want to give a little like spin with my coat, and then as I'm walking away, kind of turn around and give him a hat tilt and a wink.
All right. Bozunaga kind of waves his hand. He's admiring his new footstool. All right, and as promised, Kamakura will get you situated on an airship with a lieutenant who is also a dragon turtle born. like black scales, kind of the similar spiky shell that the Bowser has, or that Bozunaga has. And
Bozonaka?
So that was the King Koopa, huh?
King Turtle, Dragon Turtle.
Uh-huh.
Right. Right. And yeah, you can set sail or take flight. I don't have a battle map for the airship itself currently, but I do have this nice kind of aerial countryside scenery from the. So imagine you're like looking out over the over this from the side of the boat.
That's beautiful. Is are the lieutenant who's with us are they perhaps like a Michelangelo type or like a Leonardo type?
This individual does not appear to be an assassin type in any way, shape, or form. You would remember, especially you, Penelope, given your sobriety, you would remember that the heads of the masked ones, they are turtles, not dragon turtles. This is a dragon turtle.
Okay.
How
So
long is this journey?
That's a great question. Let's check real quick.
Now
It's going to be about 5 days on land, so let's call it just under 4 days by air.
Damn. I'm glad we took this airship.
Yeah.
yeah.
Got a day out of the trip.
Yeah. Cut out.
Well,
I mean,
and we don't have to walk through the jungle.
right. Yeah. There's no
Gives-
up and down, up the cliffs, down the cliffs, all of that through the swamp. You don't have to worry about any of that.
But we don't get a murder stuff in the,
Well, there could be some things up Nathan's sleeve. Never rest.
I mean, we can still murder stuff up here. I was just saying, we just don't get the chance to murder stuff down there.
Yeah. Given unlimited time, the things we could murder.
Indeed. So, day after day one, I think we should remind Penny that she wanted to.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out my
Maybe we
scry
should
really
ask
quickly. Hold
for
on.
a portrait of the. What was his name?
Mr. L.
Mr. L.
Legoshi. Not
Yeah,
Legoshi,
Olegashi.
Luigi.
Elagashi.
Elagashi.
Is there a
he-
Legoshi as well? Is he like some sort of centaur mount?
just a broody wolf boy.
There would be a portrait of Elagashi and his brother Marioku from the palace. They are in storage because Bozunaga promptly tore them down after taking control. But if that's helpful for your spell, then yes, you could acquire that.
Yeah, so I have scry twice. Okay. So we've tried scrying on Zugzug. That does not work, but I could attempt to. I'm just gonna put this in the chat. I'm not gonna consume a spell slot yet. So second hand, you've heard of the target. They get a +5 modifier. First hand, there's no modifier to their save. Familiar, there's a -5 to their save. If I have a likeness or picture, they get a -2 to their save. But so that would be with the +5 would be they'd get +3 to their save.
Yeah, that sounds
Does
right.
that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Could we ask if he left any underwear in the castle?
Is there any hair?
I will take a sock.
Sweat maybe?
Someone can roll a d20 One person can roll a d20. Try for a crit.
Not
Who's
me.
it gonna be? Who is it gonna be?
Alex, it should be you.
Okay.
You had to be like, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
Okay.
Womp womp.
What about a 6? Is that a crit?
A 6 is in fact not a crit.
Dang it.
So no,
have
there's
that in
there's
either.
no like physical effects from this person.
I wouldn't have gotten it either.
Should we all roll now that I rolled?
If one of you gets it, it's gone. But you can see if you would have, and then have the regret that you weren't the one to roll.
Oh,
Wouldn't have
Worse
been
than me
fun.
so far.
now I gotta roll.
I know, right? I was literally about to hit roll as
But
soon as
our forecast roll a
Our-
second time to see if he would have crit if he had used his inspiration.
Oh my god.
Mm.
Oh, that's right. We have an inspiration.
Nope.
Nope. Did anyone roll above a 10 on that?
No.
Let's find out.
Oh,
Where's
no.
Abraham?
Abraham got double ones.
Aww.
Um,
Legoshi.
Oh, you got him. Yeah. Oh, there
Yeah,
you
I
go.
got him.
Perfect. Yeah, it popped up on everyone's screen.
He's
Yeah, so that's
riding
the
a
portrait of
dinosaur.
Elogashi. Yep.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
I love it.
Shout out to my B-Stars fans.
I'm just sad that it's not a pipe entrance that he's standing on.
I
That's
don't
gotta
think
be
Hero
in-
Forge has that. Oh,
They should.
yeah.
Let's
Once they get a
email Hero
licensing
Forge.
deal, yeah.
I don't think they own the pipes.
That,
as-
true. Yeah.
All
Anyway,
right.
that's the portrait that you have.
Anyways, I'm gonna scry on Legoshi, Mr. L. He's got to beat a wisdom save of 16, and he's gonna get +3 to his save.
All right.
Oh, look at the little
16.
rainbow.
Ooh, he got a 22.
Ooh, he knew someone was trying to scry on him.
Okay. You can certainly repeat that for like as many spell slots as you have, but yes, he's aware that someone was trying to scry.
And I don't think I can attempt for like 24 hours on him.
Oh, okay.
I could try to scry on Gregory again.
Sure.
And I think we have established that I have met Gregory at some point.
Mhm.
Like I ran into him on the street once. Again,
Yeah, probably like. I think you could have an autograph of Gregory if you want.
Aw,
Do you have
I
an autograph?
do.
Possession or garment.
I
Yeah.
do. So he's gonna get a -4 to his save of wisdom save of 16.
Of minus
Do I have a lock of
4.
his hair?
No.
He rolled a 1.
Wow.
That's the lowest
Wow.
roll I've seen in any D&D game I've ever played.
That's a -3. Gregory loves to be spied on, don't he?
That
I
makes
guess
sense.
so.
We met
Yeah.
him in Cliffs
He's such-
Bay, the horny town.
Such a
He definitely
voyeur.
likes being watched.
Or
Yep.
exhibitionist,
Exhibitionist. Yeah. You see Gregory shouting for people to hold on and battle the. Well, hang on. Do you get audio or do you just get visual?
I
Make
get
sure
both.
You get both. Okay. Yeah, so you see him shouting for people to like hold on and ride out the storm, and sailing will get easier after this. It looks like he's clinging to rigging of some kind. And let's see, see and hear through the sensors that you were
He's
there.
on a boat?
Yeah, it
He's-
looks like he's
he's
on
at
a
sea.
boat. He's with a crew. They're flying West Anakin colors.
How did one day he move places?
It's been like weeks since I've scried
Oh.
on him.
Oh,
And last time he was definitely in the Rebel City because he was drinking tea and listening to the Rock Lobsters.
Mhm.
And now he is at sea traveling.
Yep.
Okay, I
Is there
relay
anyone
that.
with him?
He's with a West Anakin crew.
but not a mind flare crew.
Not a mind. Oh, are they mind flares?
No, you don't see any mind flares.
West Anakin mind.
I mean, that still doesn't mean they're not mind thrall like people.
That's true, but they're clearly like humans, halflings, elves, the typical folk of West Danica.
His typical crew.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
Anything
relay.
else?
I would like to spend some time healing people's sanity if we're gonna be flying for 4 days.
I mean, everybody should be able to heal their sanity up with their hit dice during those 4 days.
I can with my item.
Mm.
So let's do our 4d4s to see how many.
Tor's good, by the way.
Well, I'm glad.
Yeah, and okay.
Yeah, is anyone at like low sanity?
I'm almost at 75%, so I would like to be at full, if possible.
I had 62 before we rested, and I imagined that I could use my hit dice to pretty quickly fix that.
I think between your hit dice and Penelope's item, you can say everyone is back to full sanity.
Okay, awesome.
And we can say that you use your item toward the end of the journey, so people can use their hit dice. I mean, I think you can do it daily, right? But
Yeah.
between your expendable resources, I think you have a peaceful enough and a long enough journey that you can take care of that.
Mm-hmm. And other than that, I think Penny's kind of enjoying looking at the Shigiodian countryside, and it's just like, wow. Because she's never really been in seen much country other than, Cliffs Bay.
Mm-hmm. I would love for this like travel montage to be Studio Ghibli animated.
Oh yeah.
For real.
Or I was thinking like Avatar.
We do to be Studio Ghibli animated.
Yeah,
Just,
Studio
put
Ghibli.
Yeah, right.
Miyazaki, where you at, friend?
It could just be a little funny interaction.
Yeah. All right. Any specific like preparations or discussions that you want to have over these days as you approach the mountains and the Rebel City?
If we have any questions that we want to ask my goddess, I think she's the one that gives me the powers. I'm not so sure. We kind of have like a new relationship, so I don't like want to ask like too much of her, but I can ask her some questions.
Can you ask her where to find Zug Zug in the town?
Well, it's got to be like a yes or no question, unfortunately.
Is she still in this city?
Okay, that's one question.
How many do we get?
Is it okay if we kill both the people we plan on killing? Or all three?
3. I have 3 questions. So, is Zugjagonku still in the city? Is a good first question. What was the second question?
Is it okay if we kill all of these people? the 3 people specifically.
Who's the third?
Who's the third?
Well, I mean, technically, we're supposed to kill or bring back the leader of the resistance. So
Oh.
No, we just had to bring proof that we've destroyed the resistance. We can negotiate with Legoshi
I mean, I guess
and say,
technically we
hey, because we're going to
bring-
kill the Emperor. I mean, we're going to... Oh, shit. People are probably listening.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, that's why I never mentioned any names.
We should have... Shoot. I didn't say anything. Wink.
Do we have to fight the crew now?
No, those were just terrible jokes we were making. What
We're
poor taste for
we're
us.
We're working on our stand-up routine to
right.
appease the Emperor and try to make him laugh.
Yeah, how many of them are there? I could just...
Yeah, one
That
of the turtles that is sailing, like manning some of the rigging, just glances over and taps his like fingers together. He's like, which emperor are you joking about killing?
Taiyang.
Yeah, the Taiwanese emperor.
Oh
he's-
yeah, we hate them.
Yeah, he sucks so bad.
Yes.
Obviously.
So I mean, if we were planning on killing him too, the Taiwanese emperor, maybe we could talk to our contact in the rebel city
You're not
about
making this
that side of things.
Can we have Penelope stop talking?
I will
You
try
have a contact in the rebel city.
potentially.
A rebel
his-
city in Taiyang.
Yeah. His
Correct.
name is
Okay.
His name is Gregory. He is a West Anakin reporter. I got his
I've heard of-
autograph once.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I
he's
need to
a
go
cool
check
guy.
some of the bailing ropes over yonder.
Cool. You're doing such a great job. Keep it up. Keep up the good work.
He waddles away.
Is he waddling to rat us out?
Do you want to make an insight check?
I do.
I will also make an insight check on him. That's a 23 for Penny.
It was a 4
Yeah.
for Finn. It's a bad
Yeah.
night for Finn.
Penelope knows that she done goofed.
I should learn to keep my mouth shut, guys. I'm so sorry.
Do you give us any heads up about that?
Yeah, I sure do, guys. It might be time to plan B.
Is anybody else within visual of this man on the rigging? Would they notice if anything happened to him?
I'm sorry.
witnesses?
Yeah. He was the only one within like direct earshot of not a terribly loud conversation, like normal volume conversation, but there are other people on the deck that witnessed that whole exchange.
Split second decisions. So we're killing this guy, right, guys?
Well, if we kill him, it's gonna pop off, right? And we are taking an airship.
Is there not a better option just to can we knock him out? Or can we do
Can we
something like this?
cast-
Can somebody make him forget? Or
Can someone
Yeah,
cast
Or
silence
is
on him?
going to say, "Oh, look at that cloud," and cast darkness.
oh, with weather we're having.
Whoa,
Okay.
it's so weird.
I mean, so given the kind of stammering, I think the turtle has gone below decks at this point.
Oh. Well then, if he's below deck, I am not probably gonna cast darkness.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
So, Penelope, you really gotta watch what you say.
I am so sorry.
Now we're gonna have to go downstairs and murder everybody.
The doors
Isn't
from
that what-
below decks fly open, and the dragon turtle thumps his way up onto the deck.
I'm also not saying this out loud. I was directly putting it into Penelope's mind.
Hey, you all think we might have a problem?
With Taiyang?
Is it a rudder
I
or a
look.
sail? That sail at the back's been looking a little wobbly, friend.
Don't look. I'm gonna drop you off. You're about half a day outside the city. If you do what you say you're gonna do, we may still be able to work something out. If you stay away from my uncle,
Who's your uncle?
Bozu Naga. Who do you think?
Now, I don't know what your friend there has said or thought he heard, but we're here to kill the rebels and our mutual enemy. Down
And
there.
that's good, and that's why I'm not throwing you off my ship.
I'm just confused as why you would throw us off your ship.
Yeah,
Did
we were
nothing
just
wrong.
Right, what have we done? Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about how after we're done with the resistance, we're going to go to Taiyang and kill the Taiyangese emperor, and that we also may have a contact in the rebel city in a West Anakin reporter named Gregory. I don't know how any of that would be suspicious, dude.
What did your friend
Yeah.
tell you anyway?
Everyone can go ahead and make a charisma check, adding a modifier of your choice, but you do have disadvantage.
Can I make it deception?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna do deception as well, I think. Oh, there it is. That's a 19 for Finn, finally,
Not
with
bad.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
And I will use my
13.
hobgoblin. Wait, but I haven't failed yet. Anything right? The fails, I get to add a 3 with my fortune of the many.
I'll allow that. I think that's applicable here.
22 for Arf.
Arf.
Hee
Yeah, I mean, would intimidation work?
Yes. Wow.
17.
All right. Adding them up.
When the
real quick,
chips
hang on.
fall, we can all lie very well together, is what I'm
No
learning.
kidding. Yeah.
I completely forgot that Penny had a decent deception until recently.
I forgot Penelope forgets that she can't use her outside voice all times.
Sometimes Penelope forgets that we're in a company sometimes.
All right. Your group average is 17. I'm making an insight check from the Dragon Turtleborn here. All right.
I don't know what your little friend told you, but anybody who's thinking about killing the actual Emperor, long may he reign, I'd throw that person off the boat right then and there.
Yeah, have you seen him? He's so built.
Yeah, he turns and he claps the turtle upside the head. What have I told you about being paranoid and tattling on every crew member? Like, you always have a problem with someone. Now you're on kitchen duty for the rest of the trip. Go downstairs. Sorry about that.
It's so hard to find good help these days. I am so sorry.
Oh, you're telling me. And he just turns and trundles back down below decks.
I'm gonna send a mental thought into everybody else's butt Penny's head, and now just stare at her.
Sarah.
And just give her a stern look. Is what's
What?
doing right now.
What?
Stare and stare.
This is so mean. You guys are being so rude.
Just a little friendly ribbing. You'll be all right.
We didn't get kicked off the boat, did we?
We did not, because
Did
we did
not.
not do anything wrong.
No.
And she just
and
looks at Penelope. We didn't say anything, did we?
no, and we would never. And I stare intently back at her. Because we're the moving company.
That's right.
And
Moving buddies for life. Just high five.
I'll always be there to move your couch. And I just kind of do like the forearm,
Yeah.
hand grip thing.
Your sarcophagus.
Yeah.
All right, so open discussion notwithstanding, is there any final preparation prior to us arriving? Like, you've got 4 days, so you have time to do something if you want to, and then we're gonna jump into the town.
Still got to figure out what questions we're asking the goddess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So is
Very-
Zugjaganku still in the Rebel City? That's question 1. What would be question 2 and 3?
Wasn't it isn't it a good idea to kill?
That is
Yeah,
that's a moral judgment. I don't know. She kind of seems to be a little bit up to my interpretation on moral things.
Yes or no?
Yeah,
I
or
still
it
think
could be
their
like
opinion
I
is
don't
valid.
know. Okay. Is it okay to murder or to get rid of?
You're saying this in your head, right?
Is it okay to murder?
I'm writing this down. I pull out. Oh, can I? Who does? Okay. Quick question. I'm gonna say something in Celestial. Can anyone understand me?
No.
No.
What about West Anakin?
Yes. Well, yes, actually, I should be able to, but I think everyone can.
Can everyone can speak West Anakin?
I don't technically have that on my thing, but I have like common and trade speak.
Nathan, correct me, am I wrong? Trade speak and West Anakin are different languages, correct?
Yes, common is trade speak. So you can,
okay. Thieves'
given
camp?
your background, either Arohavian or West Anakin would make sense for your other one.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
Can I, if I say stuff in West Anakin, can I insight to see if people can understand me on this boat?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna say something like, wow, it's such a beautiful day. I really appreciate the beautiful scenery. Isn't this such a pleasure, guys? In West Anakin, and I'm gonna insight to see if anyone could understand me. That's an 18.
Looks like there might be a couple people that are trying to learn it. Like they're interested. They come over and they,
Okay.
yo hablo español, you. But that's kind of the extent of it.
Spinelli.
So maybe speaking in West Anakin isn't safe.
Some words will be recognized, but a like fast, fluent conversation might be safe.
Oh yeah, I start speaking in West Anakin fluently. Hello! I imagine that's like West Anakin is very proper, right?
I mean, it includes like Cockney as well, so no. I mean, it depends
Okay.
on like there's the whole range and scope of it.
I like the idea that Penelope wishes to be all proper and stuff, but it's just 100% like like barely
That'd be
understand
great.
anything. she's
Like there's probably
saying.
like Cockney phrases like what's the like me
Apple and pear.
apple and pear. Yeah. It's like the Cockney rhyming,
Mhm.
which I cannot make up on the spot, Nathan. So I'm just
Nor
gonna
can I.
speak
That's the
plainly.
one I know.
Yeah. So I'm going to speak plainly. So we're going to ask if Zogjakonku's still in the city, if we should murder those 3 people, and what should be our third question.
Are we
Or
going to
make a
end up
good
with the
emperor.
airship?
Yeah, in the future, do we get an airship?
I don't know if she can see into the future. I don't
What
know
kind
exactly.
of god?
Goddess,
That's-
she's really
that's-
nice.
I feel like that's
pretty,
like baseline
and
goddess
she
skills
makes-
right there.
She makes me feel like there's someone on my side for the first time in the whole of my life, and it kind of fills me with hope and warm and fuzzies. But can
give
she
me
see into the
blessing
future?
to
I
be
don't
an
know.
emperor of a nation at some point.
I mean, could it hurt to ask?
I'll ask.
The third
I'll see what-
question should be, can you see the future?
Oh, that's an excellent
Oh, that's
one.
a good one.
I like that.
Okay, so is Zogjakonku still in the rebel city? Is it a good idea to kill Legoshi, Elagashi, Zogjakonku, and the Taiwanese emperor? Wink, wink. And can you see into the future? Those
I
are
was
the
joking,
3
but
questions. And
Nah, stick with it.
Penelope is gonna try to go to the it's kind of the side of the ship where she can have a moment alone and kind of just focus on what kind of time of day is it?
Afternoon.
Afternoon.
The clouds have
I'm gonna
that kind of like light orange pastel kind of hue.
Yeah, I'm kind of focusing on like kind of the ember in the clouds, and I'm gonna say, hi. I'm sorry that I only talk to you when I need things from you, and you already.
Most people do, child.
You already do so much for me, and but I have some more questions if you want to chat.
Very well.
We're looking for Zugjaganku. Is she still in the Rebel City?
Yes. As you're speaking with her, and you're like studying the clouds and everything, you're above the lowest layer of clouds. You would see that two of the clouds distinctly, or like two of the humps in kind of a series of clouds, take on the distinct shape of cuddling wolves.
Wow. You're so cool. Did I tell you that?
Thank you.
So we're planning on potentially killing Zugjaganku, Elagoshi, and the Emperor. Do you think that's a good idea?
I do not condone violence. I understand that it is seen as necessary in some circumstances, and before you at me, child, I, in our arrangement, only ever commit to answering one word, but I can choose to answer more if I want to.
Oh, that's good to know. I really appreciate that. I feel bad because I feel like we're still, getting to know each other, even though I feel like I've known you my whole life. Like I don't
I'm glad
even
you
know.
feel that way.
I don't even know your name, but can you see into the future?
I don't believe anyone can. The future
Gotcha.
is even more ephemeral than the nature of a dream. And my name is Larry.
Larry. It's very pretty.
Some may say it sounds like Larry. It is not Larry.
I-
It is Larry.
My goddess, I would never call you Larry.
Thank you, my child.
Thank you. We should have a chat soon when I'm not, compelling you to answer my questions.
Well, I am always here, and I will tell you, no, I cannot see into the future. But I do have the benefit of ages of hindsight. I may be able to predict the future better than any mortal.
Have you seen into my future?
Again, I cannot exactly see into the future, but I see hope in you. I see life and vibrance and determination, the things that you've been through, and yet still you are bright.
Penny's gonna start silently crying to herself, just the quiet tear, one single tear down her face. Thank you, Larry.
Did you call her Larry?
No, Larry.
I swear you said it was
Larry.
You said
Larry.
Larry and not Larry.
Larry. Larry. Someone clip that. Larry. Thank you.
Thank you, Penelope.
I kind of wipe away my single tear and I return back to my friends.
How'd it go?
It went really, really well. So she can't see into the future.
Damn.
But no, she said no one can with all certainty, but she's lived long enough to kind of know the odds of things. She said that she can't condone violence, even if it seems necessary, and to not at her about that. But Zugjaganku is definitely in the city still.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, we got one answer. That was helpful.
See, we should have asked if she thought I would make a great emperor.
I could probably just ask her that for free. But I just hung up with her, so like that'd be weird. Yeah. I don't know if that changes anything for us.
No.
Yeah, I think.
the
Go ahead, Finn.
lieutenant did the lieutenant that is kind of like leading this airship for us have any, or did anybody have any like maps or any sort of reconnaissance about the area that we're about to go into? Like, do we have any sort of idea? I mean, they've got people on the other side already, so do we know like roughly like maybe the layout or like where there are important structures, just so we kind of have a pinpoint to maybe start with?
Or like
Yeah,
what?
so I'm gonna scribble on Nalton's map a little bit, and then I'll clean it up probably after this arc. Let me see.
Start the squiggling.
Yep.
Just thinking, like, if we know that Bad Lady is there, then, like, you know, if we have an idea of where leadership would post up and, you know, these kind of situations, that might be a good starting point.
Yeah, so there's, you know, kind of a spine of a mountain range along the extent of this island. Hang on, why won't it let me draw again?
Do we
The-
just travel in squiggles across the island?
The city itself is tucked kind of in a mountain pass in this area, and Bozunaga's forces have taken the rest of the island on all sides.
Okay.
So this is the last remaining holdout, is this kind of central area of mountains in the middle of the island.
And do they have, like, a main building that we know of, or like a general's tent, or just...
Yeah, there would be a map. It is potentially outdated, but Bozunaga would have lent you a
Okay.
map of the town itself, the town of Monosokatan. So I'll give you an overview of that as well.
Oh.
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 So Commander's tent, I mean, it's a full town, so probably not a tent itself, but like this larger building here would be a good bet.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
How loud are the airships and, you know, like, are they loud, or is it just magically powered through the air, or how does
It's
this
like-
work?
That noise that Cody made was pretty
Ow.
much exactly it.
It just sounds like a generator coming. Got it.
Yeah. So, I mean, the plan is to set you down. That's exactly, yes. To set you down like a couple mountain crests away, so you're maybe a 30-minute hike from the city.
Okay.
Well, if we go at night,
How big is this ship?
3-masted galleon.
Oh,
Not the biggest one you've been on, but
but
you know,
big.
it's a full ship. Yeah.
Yeah, then my plan wouldn't work for that. Well, no. Yeah, well, actually, that could work. If I cast darkness on my anchor and had it 60 feet below our airship, then, you know, from below, you
eclipse
know,
it. Yeah.
eclipse the ship at night as we come in.
Should we try to find the rock lobsters?
don't you think they just left with Gregory?
Dang it, I didn't scry on the rock lobsters. We gotta
It's a
go
good thing
back.
we have like 3 days of travel.
I am okay with funging time. If you want to also scry on the rock lobsters.
Can we scrub on those
Uh,
lobsters?
Scrub
I
on those lobsters,
will-
yeah.
Okay, I've never met the rock lobsters, but I know of them, right?
Yeah.
You never went and saw them in person while they were in your
No.
town?
Ooh, I was a little nun acolyte.
And you frequently went to other places.
Not really, until like, the mind flares took over.
I don't know. You could have been a frequenter of the Lion's Den.
I was not. Penny was not. Penny was a good child.
She didn't have
Okay.
her Springer.
No, this is like her first foray into the world. She was kind of sheltered, like living with nuns.
Yeah.
Okay, so cumulatively, the rock lobsters as a single entity must pass a DC 16 wisdom save, and they will get +5 to their save.
They fail.
Oh! Okay.
They have a +6.
Well, a
They
+5
got
from
+5.
Oh.
yeah, from Penny's familiarity with them. You would see the rock lobsters hanging out. Let's see, we'll say this is mid-afternoon as well on one of the days when you're scrying.
Mm-hmm.
They are hanging out in a tavern. Through the windows, you can see some trees that look like some of the same foliage that you've seen in your time, like over the island.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it could be these mountains. And in fact, as you're kind of, because it's like a sensor that you can see through that's
Yeah.
hovering near them, so that's like a lot less restrictive than the clairvoyance spell, which is the other one I was thinking of.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you would see this tavern. It looks like a tea house. It's got like the sliding wooden and cloth doors. And at the bar, talking over a cup of tea, or I suppose tea houses don't really have bars in the same way. At one of the nearby tables, talking over some tea, you would see, you would recognize him as Elogashi, and you would also see a violet-skinned person with tentacles on her face.
I think, because I'm pretty sure when you scry, you go like blind and deaf, like how I look through Raven. So as I'm scrying on the rock lobsters, I make an audible gasping sound, and I clench my fists.
And yeah, oh, you know what? I'm sorry to immediately contradict
Right.
that.
Retcon.
What I'm gonna say? Yeah. You would see Elogashi talking with someone, but it doesn't look like there's anyone there. As he is setting down his teacup and he picks up a spoon to stir in it, you think you might have caught a glimpse of a reflection in the spoon that looks like it might have been Zugshikanku.
And that's when I gasp.
Yeah.
Can I hear any of the conversation?
You can. It's like listening to someone else on the phone. You can hear half of the conversation.
Okay.
Bozanaga's forces are still in the valley. They haven't been able to make any kind of advance yet. But we also haven't been able to repel them, so we're kind of at a standstill here. If you can create any more monsters, that'd be extremely beneficial for us.
And I don't know. I don't know how long the scry lasts, but
Looks
I
like
can
up
pop-
to 10 minutes. Yeah.
Probably gonna spend 10 minutes just staring at Elagoshi.
Mhm.
But I will pop out of it and say, in West Anakin, I think our friend is I think she's creating monsters for the rebellion, like how they turned Mitsuka. But they're having a civil conversation in a public bar, which I've never really seen a mind flayer do without, wiping out everybody.
Yes, that is a new wrinkle.
Yeah. If we find the rock lobsters, we find our target.
So you're saying that she is in there right now, or?
Yeah. She's there.
Is there a tea shop on the map? That like we see on the map?
There's two. The brown
Okay.
roof and the like lighter green roof.
Okay.
Well, they won't be there when we get there, but we at least know she's there now.
Right.
All right. In order to advance, do you want to try Tor's nighttime like stealth advance, or do you want to do what the dragon turtleborn pilot was suggesting in camp? 30-minute hike away in the mountaintops.
Well, if we do 30-minute hike away, we could pretend that we're here to join the resistance and keep playing both sides.
The captain of the ship would expresses, I would prefer to, well, before I have him weigh in, Tor, do you make your idea public to him?
I think if, when we had this brought out, they have the maps and stuff, given the ideas, I think Tor would just be like,
Well, we could do this.
Okay. I would prefer not to, just on the off chance that they have, we haven't been able to take them. They are a considerable force. If we drop down behind their front lines, but not on their town, I think that gives us the best chance of getting you in. If we drop down on their town directly, even if we're hiding our presence, there is a chance they'll be able to find us, see us, hear us, unleash attacks against us.
Fine.
So
I
they're
appreciate
30
it, big
minutes
guy.
away?
Better than I do.
I'll get as close as I feel comfortable.
And how should we signal you for a pickup?
Do any of you have magical abilities that might let you speak with me?
I have a spell.
Just do that then.
Okay, I thought there was something fun, like maybe like a flare or something.
I only have like cannonballs.
Okay. I was just checking.
It's a fair question. All right, well I'll drop you down, and over the next few hours he does so. Gets you situated behind a mountain crest, and equips you. Basically sends you off. The road is rugged, but it's not particularly treacherous. And you would, I think, you'd probably see the first couple like outbuildings of the city when you would also see some patrolling military individuals. Are you attempting to approach sneakily, or as Ellen said, are you trying to continue the kind of both sides?
It's just us, right? The rest of the
Right.
folks stay behind. I kind of
Correct.
like the playing both sides then. Like if we don't have them with us, that makes no sense to me.
If it would be, I'll I'm not the sneakiest person. I'm not great at stealthing, and I feel like if we were to stealth and be found, it would look a lot more sus than if we were to just be travelers passing through seeking refuge from the Emperor.
I like that.
Seems to me.
Well, Yeah, so you're able to, the people are very on edge as opposed to the resistance underneath Shikogawa. So they, train arrows on you, but they don't shoot. And you are able to adequately talk your way into the town. The rebels are very eager to see anyone who claims willingness to help them in the fight. It has clearly been difficult. There's not a lot of smiles or laughter. There's a lot more just kind of practical, short, curt conversations. Very well, you can come in. The two inns and tea houses are over there and over a little bit further down the road that way. Speak with Elagashi, he'll get you situated. Just very brief kind of interactions like that.
Thank you. So good to find some safe haven. We've it's been a difficult journey.
It's rough up there under Bozunaga, I know.
Yeah,
Glad to have you.
This economy, am I right?
Oh, tell me about it. Yeah, you can all make your way to a tea house. And it's like the other tea houses you've seen in Shikogawa. The architecture is a little bit different, but it's generally the same thing. You've got kind of the curved, like, sloping rooftops. There's the lower tables with, like, the cushioned benches. There are people that are keeping hot water boiling that have different assortments of tea. Clacker would have a field day here. There's tons of selections, like maybe even better resource. Like, it seems more well upkept than the tea houses of Shikogawa. For whatever reason, there's more options. Things are flourishing here more. You would notice the trees look bright as opposed to the wilted trees in the courtyard in Bozunaga's castle. The grass is greener on this side, as it were. The flowers are sprouting and curling their way up the trellises, offering nice, like, aromas of jasmine that complement the tea aroma as well. And as you kind of surveil the tea house, you would see an individual who turns and looks at you all. They're in a elaborate pirate outfit, bright red, with a like tricorn pirate hat down over their face. And as they stand up, and their tricorn tips backwards, you see Zug Shiganku.
An icon.
At long last we meet. I've been dying to become acquainted. This has been Sanity Damage, to whom the sea belongs. Thank you all for joining us on this epic voyage. I've been waiting for that for so long. We would love to hear from you. Please go to Linktree/Sanity Damage to get in contact with us. You can find links to all of our socials there. Discord is the best place to contact us. We've got our own Sanity Chat channel where you can talk about the show. Please hop on and say hi. This show is a homebrew live stream. Our dice sponsor is FanRoll Dice. You can get amazing dice and dice accessories at fanrolldice.com. Use coupon code homebrew for 10% off anything on the website. Once again, that's fanrolldice.com. I forgot to mention at the top of the show, but we have our own Sanity that you can purchase, so please do. And I wrote down the link this time. I wrote down the link, but then forgot to say it. It is thehomebrewpodcast.com/shop to get some of the teas that Clacker has been praising over the course of this show. So definitely check that out, see if that's something you'd be interested in. This campaign is dedicated to Brandon, who we hold in loving memory. To Whom the Sea Belongs is a Sanity Damage campaign set in the Kaleidosphere. Join us next time, and again, unfortunately, that's going to be a little bit later than normal. We'll be back with our regular program in 4 weeks, so join us at that point as we finally get to meet this icon of a Mind Flayer. Later, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.